I think so, dude. I think every content creator is depressed.
Every content creator is depressed.
If I decided, let's say not even cancel or anything, let's just say I decided to stop doing content. It's like, are we gonna be friends like a month afterwards? 2 months? 6 months?
With you, I'll say my one nice thing about you, despite how cold and calculating you might be, you would go out of your way to help me if I asked you for help. This is a very formal and professional chat. And for some reason, Eric sends a rather vulgar video to the chat with an equally vulgar caption that the people we are trying to do business with from the top.
Clap.
Round of applause is over. Episode 2. Here we are in Atlanta, filming our second episode of the Elite Four podcast.
We should do a round of applause.
Oh, should we, Eric? Did you
Yeah.
just come up with that by yourself?
I came up with that, right now.
Yeah, let's do a round of applause. And for everyone listening, I think first and foremost, I think we just all want to say thank you to anyone who listens to that podcast. I know me personally, that was way more viewership than I ever expected us to get on that podcast. Eric was a big believer. Eric was not shocked by the numbers, but I was. So to anyone who listened, thank you all very much for listening. And to anyone who's new here, welcome to episode 2 of the Elite Four podcast.
Where are we at right now?
We're in a basement.
We're basement in Atlanta, man. Living the dream.
So we're here for Atlanta Collecticon. It's Friday before Atlanta Collecticon. Tomorrow's day 1. I think all of us are a little stressed out. All of us probably still have cards we need to price, but we wanted to make sure we came out here. You're shaking your head.
Not me, bro. Not me. Because this is your first Collecticon out of state.
This was my first time as an adult flying since I was like a small child.
How was that experience?
Honestly, I when we were taking off and landing, I wasn't expecting the momentum. I almost booped my head. It was cool because, we're coming from New Jersey. So flying out of Newark, where it's just straight city, and then flying here, I'm like, man, it's all beautiful. And like, you can see trees and stuff here. It's
Once
nice.
you leave the armpit of the country, you get to
We will not stand for any New Jersey slander today. We could.
All right. We'll move past it then.
The greatest state in this country.
Can we say what Eric said on the airplane?
Oh, yeah. I think we should immediately start with that. This was Eric's first time flying.
My friend said, safe travels. I'm flying too. All I texted him was, did you bring your bomb with you?
And Eric starts laughing on the flight, turns to me as we're already on the plane, and he goes, I just asked my friend if he has a bomb. Well, what did you say?
Are you sure?
Verbatim?
No, here's what
That's
happened.
Not verbatim, that is paraphrasing.
I showed Sean my phone, and Sean was like, I don't get it. And then I said, it's because my friend's bringing a bomb to a plane.
Which is significantly
That's
worse.
even worse.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I felt like he was challenging me. I thought he was being like, you won't say this, pussy.
Me?
So you're the best idea ever is to tell a brown guy on a plane, look, my friend is bringing a bomb on a plane.
Are you
That's
implying
the best idea?
you didn't read the initial text message I was trying to show you?
I don't even recall saying, what are you showing me? I think I was just trying to get you to shush up because we're on a flight and you're the loudest man in America.
Talking about bombs.
Yeah.
Look,
So
It was
as a
funny.
courtesy, if you're on a flight or if you're on a bus, you don't speak. And if you're going to speak, you're going to speak in a hushed tone. Eric was louder than, there was a crying baby on the flight, and Eric was louder than the crying baby was on the flight.
I don't feel like I was that loud. I really don't. I feel
don't
like
think you
believe you.
realize when you're
yeah,
being
I
loud.
don't believe you.
okay, I'm not gonna say that's not true. I was distracted. I think I made a short. I was just like, look how it looked like clouds. And it looked.
It was a story.
It looked like Antarctica.
You said you can jump in.
Yeah.
But coming full circle, how does it feel? You're in your vending career to the point that you're now flying to a collecticon out of state. Like, how does that feel for you? Is it a little surreal?
It is surreal. I mean, it is a weird thought to me that like it just started like just kind of like vending for fun on the weekends, and now I'm flying. I've never been to Georgia before. I had no plans on being in Georgia at all until like when did we book Georgia? Like a month ago?
Yeah, a month and a half ago.
So it is weird that this has taken us to like places that I thought, I had no reason to go to Georgia. No offense to Georgia. This place seems great. The sweet tea's nice. Banana pudding. Yeah, that shit
was
was
good.
good.
But now
That
for
was
you,
really
it's
good.
your first time flying. I think for the rest of us, we've flown
Yeah,
for
yeah.
shows. And I do want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Does it make sense as a newer vendor who wants to travel out of state to go to a collecticon? Is there ROI there when you factor in flights, hotel, everything? Does it make sense?
For a newer vendor, no. So unless you have content that's helping pay for your flight, your hotel, your tables, because more than likely you're not getting your collecticon table for retail. You're paying $400-$500 for a collecticon table, right? You get a hotel room. Let's say you split it with someone. You pay $300 to split it for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Friday and Saturday night, right? So you leave Sunday night, so you don't get an extra room in the hotel. Your flight, let's say you're going to like Chicago, like for Chicago from the East Coast, not too expensive. So all in cost probably around $1,200 to $1,500 with food, travel, Ubers, random stuff like that. So you, as a small vendor, sub like 10K inventory, like maybe like sub 15K inventory is that's a lot of money because my mind is brain rotted with money. You have to sell like what $6,500 in raw sales at a cost average of 80% to make back your 1,500. I think that's the right math.
Give or take, because 10K would be 2K.
Pretty much. So it's like that's I wouldn't say it's unreasonable, but selling almost all of your inventory in one show, it's like
and not for nothing, but if you're going to collecticon, it's not really good for buying.
No,
because you're not going to have more money than some of these other guys. Like I know I don't. Like some of these guys come in with like 500 grand in cash.
Bro, there's one table with I think I saw it in LA Collecticon. There's a table with a display case full of $100 bills. It says buying.
Oh, I've seen that.
Crazy. They have an arm guard too.
Good for them.
I have never seen the armed guard.
I saw the arm guard.
Armed? You saw the gun?
He has arms. 100 gifted subs for that one, chat.
Traveling to a collecticon really doesn't make sense. I agree with Jack, but if you have one that's like driving distance where you don't have to fly out, it's good for the experience.
Yeah.
If not, you can still do your small local shows. They're still gonna do great. I feel, and I was very against traveling for a collecticon. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day, but the first collecticon I ever traveled to was Richmond Collecticon.
No way.
But after traveling to that one, I was like, it's a no-brainer. At that point, I was already making content. I'm not sure if I was getting paid for the content. Maybe I was, but I'm not sure if I was monetized by that point. But the whole networking, that's where I met you, Sean.
Yep.
That's where I met Phil. That's where I apparently met Jack, but I don't remember meeting Jack there. But I met Chris there as well. Both Chris. And it was a huge networking.
Yeah.
Like plus, I guess, just being in that collecticon and being in a room with these other content
900
creators.
tables of big sweaty men talking about cardboard, man.
Well, it's funny you were monetized because I remember having a little fangirl moment telling Inez, "Oh my god, I watched that guy's videos." So same thing.
You're such a liar, dude.
We can pull up my live stream. It was me.
You
that
know,
went
I
up
tried
to
looking
you.
up your live stream and you don't have it up anymore.
Whoa.
You don't have the Richmond one. You have a Richmond long form video because I was gonna call you out. I remember
We'll pull it up.
perfectly
Yeah,
that
we
I
can
was
pull
the
it
one
up.
who said.
No, it's not even remotely.
my
Yeah, this
God.
is like this is
Okay.
not even remotely up for it. But anyway, coming full circle. Well, Chad, I guess we have to talk about this. JP swears that he was the one who came up to me first, but I remember even going to your table, and I remember the exact conversation of saying, "Hey, I like your content." You said, "Hey, man, thanks. I like your content too." Because I was talking to Eric, and I said, "Dude, this guy knows who I am." Like it was such a like.
I do remember
holy
that
crap moment.
conversation.
I had
Yeah.
left a comment in one of your videos before we even met,
I
and
don't-
you hadn't seen it until like after we met.
If it's a viral video, it's hard to read all your comments.
Oh,
I
I'm so
think.
Sure.
sorry.
No, I mean,
Sean.
all
your videos
but
are
let's have
viral, so-
videos since day one.
No, but let's have an honest conversation. If it's a video that has a lot of comments, like it's harder to get through all of those comments.
Yeah.
But you were monetized because we talked at the end of the show about strategy and monetization. You were monetized on TikTok, not on YouTube. I was monetized on YouTube, not on TikTok. So we were kind of
you're
comparing
right.
numbers.
Yeah. And there's a big difference between YouTube and TikTok. I'll say that.
Yeah, Sean, your YouTube motion is absolutely nuts. It
Oh,
is
the first
nuts.
episode, you weren't at 100K.
Oh yes.
You are at 119.5. Not 120,
Absolutely
119.5.
Talk about
Insane.
that.
Insane. We recorded the podcast, a little bit over. We recorded at Festa, so a little bit over a month ago.
He was
Like
at 80,000 at the time.
So you gained 40, you grew by 50% pretty
Give or
much.
take,
If you're at 80.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
What's today's date? February 8th?
yeah. Or 7, 6.
6 or 7.
6
Sorry.
or 7?
Yeah.
I made my channel February 17th, and I remember exactly where I was. I remember the exact thoughts. I even remember talking to Inez. No, sorry, not talking to Inez. I remember just thinking in my mind of how much I missed making content. And I remember being at my parents' house under the sheets of my childhood bed. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm just gonna make content. I'm not gonna tell anyone. I'm not gonna tell Inez. And that was February 17th. And here we are.
Hell yeah.
Roughly
That's
a year
insane,
later.
dude.
100K in
A
less
year,
than a
yeah.
year.
Because my first anniversary was like on the 5th, so 2 days ago. So
Yeah.
you blew me out of the water, which is so happy for you too. That's awesome. But like a year, it's crazy what being consistent at anything over a year can do.
Anything.
Anything.
Gym, reading.
Fortnite.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Or appeal to Gen Z.
But now your 1 year anniversary just
Yeah.
passed. What made you say, hey, I want to start recording myself?
Well, my first content, if you were an OG, I was bag on pulls. So like everybody, I was doing pack opening videos, and those sucks. My videos were terrible. Like they were really bad. I tried to copy like Alex Ketchum's videos and Deep Pocket Monster. So
I noticed.
yeah, I mean it was just like it
You
was
gotta start
bad
somewhere,
content.
you know?
I gotta start
I
somewhere.
would argue you shouldn't start copying.
Okay, I wasn't copying, but I was, I was
Inspired.
inspired.
He
I
was
I
inspired.
was inspired.
I will say it was a heavy inspiration.
For what?
The
For
one
what?
video-
My videos?
The one video that I saw of yours, for some reason, YouTube
The one I posted on my
recommended-
story?
No. YouTube recommended your old videos. So I went on your YouTube and I sorted oldest to newest. Can I say it? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
that's fine.
uncomfortable. I apologize.
No, I don't care.
And I started laughing because one of them literally starts with, I was minding my own business at a card show. And I was like, no.
No. Okay, no, it wasn't like that. No. I don't think I ever said that.
Yes, you did.
I will find it.
I don't think I said that.
No,
I
watched
know
the video
because I
today.
watched it too. With
I don't believe you.
We were watching it together.
I
Yes,
don't believe you.
I promise you.
I don't think I
I'll
did.
put $1,000
Which, for what
cash
it's
$1,000 cash? I'm
Yeah.
not taking that.
For
bet.
what it's
I'm-
worth, though, that's when you're starting out, you are emulating people
Yeah.
that you see. I get it. I completely get it. And you
I don't
obviously,
think I ever said that though.
You did. 100%.
for the record, but it's fine because you found your own unique brand throughout that. Where do you think in that life cycle it went from, I'm going to emulate Deep Pocket Monster and Alex Ketchum to
do my
I am
own little thing.
Jack?
Well, it was ever since once I got rid of doing the Pokemon pack openings because I just wanted to be like a faceless content creator, like
Yeah.
a trillion other pages. Because when I was like that small on TikTok, like it was like 5 of us. We would repost and like all of our videos all the time.
Yes.
It was like, bro, and some of the people that were like my day ones still watch my stuff and they still make
Yes.
content too, which is great to see. But once I started recording my first shows, it was like I could like show more of my personality off than just,
Yeah.
either being really angry at the cards I open, throwing cards I open, or being really like, oh, I just got this card.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So I show more of my personality off that way.
Mr. Beast did a podcast years ago where he was talking about when he first started making content, he had a group chat with other content creators and like those guys kind of gave up on it, but he kept going.
Mhm.
And it's so funny to hear you say that because I was in the same boat. I'm sure all of you were. When I first started posting, it was like 5 online friends who we all reposted each other's
Yeah.
videos. We liked and commented and like, I got so excited to see one notification, but it's just my friend who comments on all my videos. So it's so interesting to hear you say that.
Yeah, that's actually really, really funny too. That having the same niche 5 people like your stuff.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool. That is pretty funny. But what was your breakout moment then, Eric, that decided that you wanted to make content? Because I think Sean was trying to convince you to make content, right?
I don't think I ever had like an explosive like growth. I mean, I had some small viral videos like the Van Gogh Pikachu. Like that was probably like the first video that put me on the map. I had one video that went pretty mega viral on TikTok. It's just I was in a show in PA and some kid came up to me. He was just trying to like not an official trade up, but he was basically trying to sell stuff at like 100% market. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to make some money here, so I'm gonna buy under market. And that was going like mega viral. I had like 2-3 million views. I took it down not because of any like I didn't think there was anything wrong with the video. I was getting a lot of hate for it, but I didn't think there was anything wrong. The mom was reaching out to me and she was just whining and complaining. Oh, that's my son. Oh, you didn't have my permission. It's like, where were you? Oh, he was with his dad. We're divorced. I wonder why.
Whoa.
And then the
Oh my
the
God.
grandma started like DMing me.
Games getting into
She
it
was
now?
getting her
Serious.
friends to DM me. I thought it was funny. It wasn't until I think the dad reached out to the card shop and basically was like, "Yo, my ex is like giving me a hard time. Can you please, get him to take it down?" And honest to God, I would have taken it down right away had she have DM'd me and was just like, "Hey, I'm the mother. I wasn't with him at the time. He was with his father. I don't really feel comfortable with that video." But she came out me guns blazing. She was like, "I am going to call the police." I said, "Call the police."
Well, she was
You
gonna,
did not say that.
I did.
No,
I'll
you
show
did
you the
not
D-
say that.
after this. I'll show you the DMs.
Probably did say that.
She,
Oh my God.
She was going to contact his job and I think did contact his job at the time
Yeah.
to complain to his boss about
That
it.
is
Oh.
crazy.
I don't think she did that, but she was like, "I'll find out what school you're teaching at." And I'm like,
Whoa.
I was just like,
Oh.
okay. Like I said, after this, I'll show you the DMs. Like, I'm not playing. I was just like, you go ahead and do that. And I blocked her, and she got so mad. Her grandma was DMing me, where she was like, "How dare you block my daughter?" Blah blah blah.
Oh my god.
And then I blocked her ass, and then her friend messaged me, and she was a little bit nicer, so I didn't block her. But I was just like, I'm not taking the video down. But yeah, when the dad, I'm not trying to like. I'm not. I don't want. I like my videos and I stand by them, but if it's gonna like rip a kid away from his father, like that's where I'm gonna draw the line. Like if you're,
Eric's
if you're, I know I'm actually a nice guy, but like everyone else is soft. That's my thing.
You're a very nice guy. You are. I think you get a very bad rap online, but off camera, you are one of the nicest and most genuine people I've met, and I can say that.
That's something I wonder, Eric. You put up this persona in your videos, and it causes a lot of negativity to come your way. And I think probably everyone aside from Sean, but we all get hate comments. Do those hate comments get to you at all?
I want to talk about that directly, but I'm almost gonna. I guess we were kind of like pivoting to like a seriouser topic, but like it's not. It's not the hate comments that bother me. It's like why there are hate comments. Because like when you guys say that I put this persona on, I don't see it. Like when I watch my videos, I really don't think I'm being out of line whatsoever. There's only one video where you could argue I was being a bit of a dick, but like even that I stand by it. But my theory of why I get so much hate is not because of anything like my videos are really that like in the real world, like in the real world, nobody's ever given me heat. Nobody's ever like come up to me, give me trouble. But one of the things that frustrates me, and this is not to throw like shots at like your type of content, Sean,
Okay.
but like when people see these like content creators that specialize in like nice acts of kindness and like wholesome moments, it creates this like distorted view. And because those are the things that go viral, right? So now everyone sees these videos of like, whomever. I won't even throw names because they're all great guys.
Let me just use us.
Well, yeah, Sean, here, have a pack. Oh, here, have the card for free. I'll take your cards in for full comps. So a lot of people get this skewed concept, right? So now that's like the baseline, right? So it's really easy to go into my content where I just do like normal deals and kind of vilify that as this way of ripping people off because the normalcy, quote unquote, because of how views work is, oh, be nice, give people full trades. So in comparison, I look like a dick and I will say this, you can't critique this though. You can't critique the nice actions because at the end of the day, they're nice actions. I think things can be mutually exclusive. You can have nice actions and you can profit from nice actions. But what I don't like is that like, if you're not one of those guys in the vending scene, especially like newer creators, like you probably will get a little bit of heat, not all the time. And I will say my content by and large is a little bit more risky, I guess. And it's just easy for people to attack it because everyone likes to rally against them, like a mob mentality, right? People just like that. And then they'll hide behind, oh man, you'll never be this creator. You'll never be the pokey Sean. And it's like, okay, well, I don't.
So it never gets to you. Like no matter what someone says in the comment section, you'll never like rethink about your actions or like, because that does happen to me sometimes. Well, I think at the beginning it did affect me, but then at the end it was, or now I don't even pay attention to them. I used to pin them. Every time I would get a hate comment, I would pin them on YouTube or Instagram. And then the people that follow you that know who you are, they'll go in and start defending you. But now I promise you I could care less because it's every second I spend thinking about a negative comment is a second that I spend not thinking about all the positive comments that people leave.
But it's easy for you to say that because it's easy for all of us to say that we get it 1 in 15 comments is a negative comment. Eric is getting 5 out of 15 comments.
Some of my videos are just like majority negative. Like it's weird because on Instagram, it's majority positive.
Which is so crazy,
Yeah.
to me, by the way.
No,
They hate you on TikTok,
He has
though.
motion on Instagram. Whenever he posts a video, instantly, like 10 comments. As soon as he posts a video, people have alarms set for your videos. That's so crazy.
Shout out to Tori.
I was gonna name drop her too, bro.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to say it doesn't bother me. 'Cause I feel like no matter how like thick your skin is, no matter how secure you are, everyone's a little bit insecure, and everyone has like cracks in the armor, right? Like none of the comments like get to me in the sense that like I'm like, oh, like I go home and I reflect on my actions. Because honestly, I'm of the belief that if you don't like my videos, you're a pussy. But like, that's just my belief, right? I'm
sure, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like I the comments alone, like no comment really stands out of like something that like gets to me. But I will say like a general wave of negativity is just like
It's not good.
no, it doesn't.
not
It doesn't
healthy
feel
either.
good. And I'm not sitting there. I'm not one of those people that gets off on like people, roasting me online or whatever. I get a lot of comments on my appearance.
No one brought that up, by
no
the
one
way.
implied
Yeah,
that
no one
at all.
implied that. Just so you know.
What you're saying, I get negative comments. I'm saying some of those negative comments are things about my appearance, right? And I will say, like, a lot of them, like we said in the last episode, like they have a way of like knowing what you're going to be insecure about before you vocalize it. And those comments, they're whatever, like, because that's opinionative, right? I have a girlfriend, so I don't really give a shit, even if I were single. But I would say I don't care, but like just being in an environment where it happens so frequently, like on like TikTok or sometimes
they hate
Facebook.
you on TikTok. They
Oh, yeah, they
hate
hate
you. They hate you
Yeah,
on
I know.
TikTok.
But it's so crazy because TikTok is the like Instagram is known as the negative comments
Yeah.
area, and for you it's the most wholesome. Yeah, Instagram's known like Reels
Is
is
it?
where you
For
get-
negative?
Yeah, it's like a genuine thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Inst-
wow.
Instagram comments
I always
are
see positive on
insane.
Instagram. I don't see negative on Instagram.
Correct. I don't know why it happened to us, but like if you are regular scrolling, regular feed, Instagram is
Yeah.
the most heinous comments you'll ever read.
Yeah,
in
if
your
you're
life.
putting 8 hours a day on Instagram Reels like I am, you'll
Oh
see.
my
You'll see.
God.
You'll see. Because TikTok has always been a really positive platform. Like, 'cause I feel like if it's the audience might be a little bit different. Like
Well, that's
I'm
my-
with Jack.
Yeah,
That's my point from earlier. Because I look a little like my content is a little bit different than like the golden standard, right? It's really easy. Well, you just said I could use you as an example
Yeah, but now you
earlier.
keep pointing at me.
But because there's a golden standard, like it's really easy to punch down and be like, "Ha, we're part of the wholesome crew, man. We believe in giving shit to children. Fuck you, you fucking ugly piece of shit." Like that's what my comments say.
I don't think you've ever had a comment say something like that. That's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
even if you did, hang on. Even if
Whoa,
you did,
are you? I will literally
pull up the go to
No,
your
no. We're
go-
okay. We're okay. I
go to
believe
your
you, I believe
TikTok
you.
right now.
I'm
find
gonna-
a random
yo.
video and find a random comment.
I am gonna get screenshots later on.
even if you are getting those comments, you can't say it's the wholesome audience attacking you. Like
No, but like you're
it's just people who are not in the know about the Pokemon hobby that like to hate on you because our content, the reason why we're so big is because we appeal to people outside of the Pokemon hobby. Because your content does not appeal to people outside the Pokemon hobby in the know.
exactly,
For the most
and that's
part.
what I mean. Like the people that aren't in the know, the things they see. It's not like I'm the first video they see.
Oh no,
What
they'll see us being really
Exactly.
nice, and then they
And
see you not
so
being really
because
nice.
they have in their minds. I'm not saying this is based off of real world logic. I'm saying in their minds, like, oh, the vendor should be nice like these people. This guy's not that nice. So you know what? I'm going to
He's
attack
not
him.
that nice.
But I agree with Jack to an extent. Like our content does get pushed, and JP always talks about like shareability and stuff. Like it does get pushed outside of the niche. I think the most common comment we get is, "I don't even watch
Yeah.
Pokemon content, but I like
I
watching.
love your videos. That's
yeah.
I get that comment a ton.
yeah.
No, but my point though is you guys show like one side of vending. The nice parts. The parts that aren't indicative of all of reality. So it distorts the average viewer. And they have this expectation now that like, oh, Pokemon vendors are supposed to be nice. And as soon as they see real business, that's when
I
they're
think
like,
that's true. Why don't you agree?
I don't care to have this conversation, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm happy to discuss it. I think it's a difference of opinion at the end of the day. Like,
yes.
I don't think people watch our content and say this is indicative of the entire sphere of content creators
yeah.
or of Pokemon vendors, rather. I would disagree with that, but it's a difference of
Let me
opinion.
rephrase. They know like some vendors are scummy. They want it to be. they
Of
watch
course,
it.
everyone should want it to be like that, though.
Yes, but like my point though is it creates like a
distorted sense of
fictitious
reality.
that people are living
Vicarious.
Like,
that word through, right? And I don't know. I think it shows people's ugly sides because they use this way. I believe they, honest to God, use this type of content to justify like attacking other like vendors.
I think you're reading a little bit too deep into that. The last part, I agreed to everything you said up until that last part. I don't think anyone is really using our content to justify
not
hating.
like directly, subconsciously.
Maybe. Like I said, it's a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying either of us is right or wrong. I just think it's a perspective
Yeah.
change. That's
Yeah, because it's like our content, people see, everyone knows Charizard, everyone knows Pikachu. You see a kid dressed up as a Pikachu come to your table and gets a Pikachu card for free. That's great. Everyone loves that. Your content, it's more story driven, and you have to know your stuff to really understand what's going on. But that is also why I think your brand will survive the longest if you keep in content, because people watch our stuff mostly because we're really nice and we give away a lot of stuff, and we're trying to make the hobby as best as we can. People watch your content because they love you, and they love how you are inappropriately authentic.
That video with the white guy and the black guy was pretty
That
crazy,
was
right?
That was a good one.
That was a good
That
one.
was a good video.
That was a
I
good
love the
video.
comments
That was
on
a
that
good video.
video, dude.
I am like, what was it? I'm like, oh, that's me, the white.
The white.
Oh, did you comment that?
No,
Yo.
the white didn't comment to that.
So I don't know, for people that like might not watch the short, basically there was a black gentleman looking at my cards. White guy comes up, he's like, "Hey, well, can I take this card out?" And I said, "Yeah, man, you can put it in your pocket, bro. You're white, I trust you." Black guy's like, "I'm not even mad at that." But anyways, when I post the video, the white guy comments first, and he's like, "Hey, that's me," and in parentheses he says, "the white." 3 hours later, the black guy comments, he's like, "Hey, that's me, the black."
Why did he say it in that voice?
Oh.
Whoa! Why did he have to say it in that voice?
No, stop. But what was the funniest comment was somebody commenting. He was just like, "Why the white guy got more likes than the black guy?" So I posted on my story like, "Yo, we gotta do racial equity,
Dude, it's
And-
Black History Month.
Yeah.
and it's Black History Month, and we got the black guy more likes than the white
Wow.
guy."
Wow.
Yeah. What's that? Reparations?
Oh my
That
gosh.
is a word. Yeah.
PEMDAS.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can
I
say, what's
don't-
wrong with reparations? Yeah, that's fine.
But is him getting more likes like? Okay, I'm not saying. All right, you know what? Never mind.
Well, all right.
So anyway,
Oh my god. Whatever.
no.
I
So
said
long
it.
story short, Eric is racist.
Stop.
No, but I coming full circle, I do think for what it's worth, and we can move on. I don't want to spend too much time on this either, but like you're not putting an inauthentic self of yourself online, but you are not posting the wholesome stuff you do almost on purpose. And you do a lot of nice stuff.
Yeah.
I would argue like especially the last like month, like a lot of my content's been wholesome. Like
Almost
lot.
every video, it's you being nice.
To some extent. Like I might still be taking their money, but like I'm still
You're gonna be doing with a smile. And
Yeah.
be really nice to him.
like when I took
or
that
give him a deal.
I took that 6-year-old $2. So I was like, yeah, give me the $2, bro.
I could not believe vending next to Eric. This guy was $3 short, and he's like looking for the money, and Eric's just waiting for him to find $3. And I'm like, dude, I'll give you.
Because they had the $3. I know they had the $3. So what you don't understand is I can tell when somebody is just, I don't want to say they're like lying, but I know when they have money.
You're too
Oh my
cynical.
God,
Eric's
okay.
too cynical. Eric will,
And
Eric
you know
will
what?
watch our shorts and be like, that guy knew what he was
She
doing.
pulled out $3
It was a man.
or whatever. He pulled out $3. And I had to deny it because you offered to give him $3.
Okay, so the bar is now $3 for the amount of money you can be short.
No, you don't be short a
I-
single dollar.
I think you're a little too cynical. Like, I do think we can equally read people as well. And I can tell if someone's just genuinely down $3. Like, and it's fine. I don't care. It's
Yeah,
weird.
then you
Okay,
just tell
let
me to get their money out.
Yeah,
That's
let
what
me
you said.
rephrase. I it's not that I think that they're lying. I just know they can figure it out.
Which is fair. Your bio for a while said, I am not a wholesome vendor. So.
I think
Yeah.
it still says that.
No.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, did
does
I
not.
replace it with I'm your mom's favorite vendor?
And your vendor's favorite vendor.
Oh man, I
And
gotta.
only cards model for some reason.
Oh yeah, I'm an only cards model. Don't sigh.
I didn't say I squinted my eyes very aggressively.
I got some people subscribing to me on Instagram.
I didn't launch. You didn't launch the subscribers only thing either.
I don't think I can provide value to my
I did,
Instagram
and I made like 3
subscribers.
stories. I did one that said thank you for buying my Chick-fil-A this morning, and then I posted like 4 times, and that's it.
I post a little bit on it, not as much as I should.
I think it's a good way for your mega fans to support you, but I agree with
Yeah.
JP. There's no value I could add to it.
I think that once you start growing an audience, you have to be super protective of that audience. And if you start launching things that feel like money grabs, like I could turn on the subscribe thing, right? And I could advertise it and put some stories out, but I just know that I'm not going to post enough stories.
Yeah.
And eventually that audience that's so loyal to the point that they'll subscribe to you,
Yeah.
they're going to start disliking you, you know? And that's another one that I think I wanted to touch on is the reason why I personally, I don't know about you guys, but I personally dislike doing collaboration posts on Instagram is one, I'm super protective of the audience. And you got to think, as soon as you hit accept on that collaboration, you're showing your audience that piece of content.
Sure.
And if they follow you for the content that you create, right? Not for the content that someone else created. If you're shoving a piece of content that you did not create into their feed, they're going to be receptive of it. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't follow you because of this, or I don't know this person, and you've worked really hard to build this audience, so you have to be protective of it. You can't just show anything in their face. It's like if you start taking in a bunch of brand partners, right? And all they see is ad after ad after ad. They're going to get tired of it. They're not subscribed to you or following you to see commercials all the time. They want to see your content and the wholesomeness or unwholesomeness that you put out.
I think for someone who's like grew up on YouTube, finding like a small YouTuber, watching them grow, and then the minute it gets to this is brought to you by, I'm just like, no, like that's it. So I agree with you. I don't collab with other creators. I barely collab with you guys. I think you're in the same boat too, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. It's also one thing that people don't know about Instagram specifically is when you collaborate with another account, it uses the engagement and reach of the smaller account always to push out the video. So like it's one thing if someone is sending me a collaboration invite, I just won't accept it for the most part. There's small occasions where I will if I think the content's very well put together and I think it'll go good with my audience, I will. But if I'm making the video and I'm having to pay my editor to edit the video, it's very unlikely, almost impossible that I'll send a collaboration invite to someone else. Because at that point, if that other account doesn't have the engagement or reach, I'm paying money for this video. I need to get my ROI for it, right? So it's tough to balance for sure, but you just have to protect the audience and know that that's a thing that affects your metrics.
And for you, I mean, your audience is almost 200,000 on Instagram. Like that is something you have to be very protective over.
Don't even start, dude.
No, I'm
Mr. 120K.
Where are you at on Instagram right now?
I don't know.
No,
You have
being humble.
150,000 little
180,000.
dumb
Yeah, he's at
ones.
180. So like, what? I'm not saying this as like, I'm just saying in general. Like, you're right. You do have to be protective of that. 180,000 people put their trust in you, objectively speaking. Like, especially on Instagram, people are super protective of their following to followers ratio.
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Normal people?
Yeah, normal.
Oh yeah.
I feel people are protective of their following ratio on Instagram, but it's much easier to follow someone on Instagram than it is to subscribe to someone on YouTube. Just think, when was
Very
the
true.
last time
Very true.
you subscribed to someone on YouTube?
Dude, it takes a lot for me to subscribe to someone. on
Exactly.
Yes.
It does. It takes a while for you to subscribe. That's why it's infinitely more valuable to have a strong audience on YouTube than it is on Instagram. On Instagram, I'll hit follow
So
if I
you're so happy,
like
bro.
one video. Yeah, see?
You're so happy.
You're being so
You're
humble
so
right now,
happy.
Mr. 120K.
No. I'm cracking up because the other day, me and Inez, there's this YouTuber I love, Jack Pembroke. He's like a newer one.
Mhm.
I love his videos. I've watched every single one of his videos. The other day, me and Inez were watching one of his videos, and she was like, "You're not subscribed to this guy." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot for me to subscribe to someone." And she was like, "You watch all of his videos?" I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll subscribe." So you're right, but I follow him on Instagram, but I didn't subscribe on
Yeah.
YouTube. Just hearing that was kind of crazy right now.
But if you're watching this podcast, you better subscribe to us. We need those subscribers. We need to get
Yes.
monetized.
We do need the subscribers.
We hit the subscription monetization goal.
Yeah, but if we have a small number of subscribers on our YouTube channel, that just makes us all feel really sad. And you don't want us to feel sad.
We're going to pass
Do you
my
know?
subscribers
for
soon.
For what it's worth, I always hate when people pander for subs. Sub if you want to sub. Don't feel like you have to subscribe.
You have to subscribe to us.
Don't listen to this guy.
You have to subscribe to us. We will dox you. You will be doxed.
Speaking of doxing, let's
Yeah.
talk about how one time Eric calls me while Jack is in the background live streaming. Eric puts me on speakerphone and doesn't tell me that they're live streaming and says, "Can we come to your house?" And I almost say my address out loud.
There's no way, dude.
Yes, but I clutched up and I coughed right when you started saying your address. And they
No.
couldn't
It was even worse. You guys kept live streaming as you put in the GPS. And starting directions.
Yeah, that's when you coughed.
That's when I coughed. That's when I coughed.
That was a
I
fun live
saved-
stream.
I
I
saved
called
you.
you afterwards. I was like, "Hey, like, please don't take this the wrong way. That can never happen again.
Yeah.
You can never just call me while you're live streaming and have me on
Dude, that's just
speakerphone."
crazy. It's
Why-
so easy to just call someone and say immediately, like instead of saying hello, say, like, "Hey, I'm live streaming." Like just say that, you know, like you don't need to say anything else. Like, "Hey, I'm live streaming." That'll let us know, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say my address in this phone call, you know? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, it didn't even cross my mind. I didn't think you were gonna say your address. Usually people text it.
I think a lot of
No, he
things
didn't
don't
say his
cross your mind,
address.
Eric.
Google
I-
Maps said his address.
Yeah, I texted you
You
guys
must
the
have
address,
said
but you
it.
put me in a situation where I might have been like, "Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
come here." Like,
That we did do
Or
that.
it's right next to this place, or
Yeah.
yeah, you know? Like,
We apologize to Pokey Sean.
my favorite thing.
You didn't apologize?
You put it in the Google Maps.
Yeah, he was just holding the live stream. You,
Yeah.
you were. The,
Oh,
Why-
and
of
you were the
course.
one who
And-
initiated the
Yeah,
conversation.
and then why were we in Walmart? Because you lost your microphone.
Yeah, I still haven't found it to this day. I had to buy a new one.
And we almost
Was very
doxed Pokeshawn
I
and
almost doxed him.
just took us. And well,
That was
you
a-
almost doxed
That was a
Pokeshawn and
hectic
you
live
grabbed his
stream.
microphone.
Was that for
That was a good live
Beltway? Or no, that was
No, that was for
Liquid.
yeah, that was for Liquid.
God, that was a good show.
That was a good show.
But yeah, that was a hectic night.
Yeah. So I think you said like talking about fan base, like content creators, like want to suck as much money as possible out of their fan base. What are y'all?
I don't think I ever say that.
No, okay.
think that was
Whoa,
said.
okay. Okay, maybe not like that, but like you're talking about like how content creators like to monetize stuff. What are we thinking about this Illustrator Pikachu that's on sale at Atlanta Collecticon?
Okay, I think it's super trendy to hate on Logan Paul, but at the end of the day, it is objectively a cool card. I don't know much about it, but I did see some of the pictures where it probably should not have been a PSA.
No,
10.
I'm not talking about that. I'm
Oh,
talking
what?
about so he sold shares of a card, right? So he on this, I think it was like a liquid marketplace. So okay, my bad. All right. Never mind.
I also like Pikachu.
Whatever. I thought that was a good segue.
No, I don't think we should talk about.
Yeah, I think we should skip that conversation.
I don't even know much about it, to be honest.
I'm not educated enough to have a fruitful conversation in this topic.
I think, yeah, I think we should segue while we're talking about content creators. As Pokemon content creators, can you guys still consume Pokemon content?
Oh, you know, that's a good one because Eric told us the other day, and we should segue into that topic later because it's a good one. But Eric told us that you don't watch Pokemon content
No,
creators.
I don't
right?
watch it at all.
You
Honest
don't
to
watch
God.
it at all?
No, I like. I'm gonna be like so honest, like with the three of you, and I don't want to say this because I want people to watch my videos, but I cannot finish a 1 minute Pokemon Vendor POV video. The last one I finished was Jack's today because I read in a comment that a kid tried to sit on his lap. And I am not gonna lie, it is very difficult for me to just do a 1 minute vendor POV
But
video.
Is that because you are like brain rot? Is that because
I
you're overwhelmed, or because
think
it's
I never liked them. I never watched them. I never even like. I watched a little bit of Jar Chomp and Bulbasaur.
Why are you making content in Pokemon then if it's not something you watch?
Well,
You
I'm-
don't need to like watching it.
Yeah, like
you kind of do.
No,
You kind of do.
You know, you
yeah.
kinda
hold on.
do.
If you're an actor, right, and you get a sports movie, but you don't watch sports, you're gonna say no to that. Like
That's
gig?
completely different.
It's not different.
That-
That's
That's
exactly.
like-
It's 100% different, dude.
I don't think it's different. I think for me, like my video content is stuff that I just find personally funny. So when I post them, like, dude, that trade-up challenge video was so funny. Trade-up
You were
challenge-
replaying that in the Uber.
I was replaying it in the Uber. I just post videos that I find funny, but like I don't find vendors to post the kind of stuff I post. So like I just don't watch them.
Oh, okay. So you're in the traditional way. If there was another Eric from Violet City
If
that
some-
produced same like funny content, you would watch. it.
If there was a vendor that made like a little bit more like saucy, like, you know, pushing the lines a bit, like, yeah, I would watch it. But
what
for
if
me,
what if there was a vendor, for example, let's just say there's a vendor that if someone is paying them through Venmo and instead of sending them $5, the vendor pretends they got $50, would you watch that vendor?
And what if this vendor also wore a onesie?
And
the
for-
entire
Yeah,
time?
yeah. Let's pretend this vendor also wore a Snorlax onesie.
It had the most beautiful eyes.
you
you've
know
ever
what?
seen.
I would probably watch that guy, yes. If his video stumbled across my feed.
But now that's
Okay,
so
okay.
interesting because I do try to watch your guys' content, but I will say it's hard for me to watch your guys' content because I've seen it happen live half the time. So it's interesting.
I just feel like when it comes to like most of the videos that people produce in Pokemon POV, it's not a video that hasn't been done before somehow. Somehow it's been done.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you're right, and that's very important. You have to
And that's why when I
differentiate yourself.
when I edit my videos, I make sure each interaction is just like the central point, whether it's like, you know, a joke about like a mom that died or like,
Okay,
Or-
or like, okay,
buddy.
maybe not a joke, but like, I like a different narrative each time. Like that, like for me, like I cannot do, I don't know, I can't watch another giveaway video.
Okay, well, that's fine. Do you guys consume Pokemon content creators still?
I'll be honest, I watch your guys' content just because I like seeing the videos and commenting on them. But I wouldn't say I consume a lot. If there's an interesting one that I haven't seen before, for example, there was one that I've seen my buddy do it, but I don't think he posted a lot of long form videos about it. But it was one that went really viral on YouTube. It was, I went to a card show with no inventory.
Oh, flipping cardboard.
Yeah.
Yes, flipping cardboard. And I that video caught my eye. I watched like a couple minutes of it. I didn't finish watching it, but it was good enough to, and it was unique enough is the word. It was unique enough that it made me stop my scroll and want to watch the video to see what happened.
Yeah.
And outside of that, it has to be something like I'll probably have to be scrolling on my Reels tab and see an insane amount of likes or comments or something
Yes.
to be able to say, okay, what happened for there to be this much traffic on this video? And then I'll see it and I'll realize what it is. But if it doesn't come across that way, it's very likely that I won't.
And on
watch it.
top of that, how many videos do people now produce saying, I went to a card show with zero inventory?
Oh,
One of
so
my,
many
well, yeah,
people,
one of my buddies just did a short of that too. He started from 0 to 1,000. That flipping cardboard video was really good.
Yeah.
But now, as a content creator, how would you feel watching someone emulating your work? Is
I-
that something you'd be happy with or upset with?
It depends how they do it.
Because if I was flipping cardboard, I think I'd be a little annoyed. That's a net new like idea that caught all of our attention.
I don't think he was the first.
You don't think he was the first?
No. I think he got it from someone else. I know that there's another creator I followed, the Brian Ong.
Yeah.
he did
I love Brian.
He did it. He just didn't record the. He did it at every show. He just wouldn't post videos about it.
Yeah, he just buys, he buys
But
everything.
I'm not sure. Maybe flipping cardboard was the first. I don't want to like
You
for
sure?
sure say, but I don't think he was. But there, yeah. Do you want to say names? Do you want to maybe at me next time that you say that?
No, I say it as a general thing because it's something that bothered me. So I'm curious if it's something that other people would be bothered by. Should we talk about something spicy?
Wait,
No.
wait.
I
Yeah,
got something.
he
I got
has some
something. I
stuff.
got one loaded in the chamber. Sean and I got into a fight the other day
It's pretty
about
bad.
content. Yeah.
A fight. Wait,
Yeah.
Were we in there?
Yeah, you were there. in
You were on
room
the
too.
call.
We got
They got-
into a fight because Sean accused me accurately of copying his content.
That wasn't a fight.
That was a fight.
I felt like I was the one being more fighty. That
Yeah.
night.
You were being kind of a princess that night.
I
You-
was.
You were being a little catty.
I was.
But a little
It was a valid
sensitive.
princessing.
I was.
But it was
Princessing.
tensiony. It was an uncomfortable
But
conversation.
I feel it was a necessary conversation. And for viewers to get the context, basically Sean has this video he posted months ago where he did a 6-7 joke at the end where a kid said, or he made a kid do some trivia and the trivia was math questions and the answers were 6-7. I took word for word the same math questions and posted a video about it. And in my mind, it's almost like, I guess I didn't realize it at the point, but I was saying it for the whole show. And then it's like, it's a whole different thing if it was just the trivia question, but the fact that it was a trivia question the same exact way that he did it, at that point, I think it's copying. So that really made me reflect on the type of content that I put out. And I think it's necessary to sometimes take a step back and have these conversations because the only way we got to where we're at right now was by being unique. It wasn't by copying other people's content. So if we start copying each other's content even, it's not going to work out.
It was a very uncomfortable conversation for me to have because we met each other less than a year ago. So it's a very tough conversation to call someone out of the blue and say, hey, you're copying my videos and I don't like that. But at the same time, exactly what JP said, and I think we talked about this on the phone too, where it's, we, specifically me and JP, we vend right next to each other at most shows that we do. So not only are we sharing an an audience that watches our shorts. We're sharing an audience that comes to visit us. Most people leave his line and come to my line. They leave my line, go to his line. It goes both ways. And we both live stream. So we share a live stream audience as well. And I remember telling JP where I was like, you have to have your own unique brand. I have to have my own unique brand, because otherwise, why is anyone going to watch my videos over your videos? But it was a very uncomfortable conversation for us to all have. And I think it got a little tensiony. It was a little rough for me. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but
Honestly, I thought you two had a civil conversation. I didn't feel tension between you two. And maybe from your first person perspective, you felt it, but me, like, listening to the conversation, I didn't feel like there was tension. I feel like before that, like, I was like, my emotions were a little bit heightened, where I was being like, though I might think I was correct, I think I approached it in a way that was condescending and rude, to be quite frank. I don't know. I thought you guys had a very civil conversation.
I think it's just tough, right? Because as much as I would like to consider you all very close friends of mine, and you are all very close friends of mine, we do have to kind of have that awkward conversation with each other and really address the elephant in the room, that we're also competitors, and we're also all fighting for the same niche, for the same views, for the same clicks, for the same engagement, for the same sponsors. I love you guys, and I think all of us have done our best to help each other out as much as we can throughout this journey. But to a small extent, we also have to remember that we are competing with each other, and it's such a tough dichotomy to be caught in, where
Well, to be fair, it's like, not to discredit anything we have, but like, close friends is a strong word.
I would say so too.
Like-
Do you think you could be friends with anyone in this room? Like close friends? Like close friends to the point where you invite them to your baby shower?
I think I meant it when I said close friends, actually. But I think the caveat is I'm 30. I don't have friends. So I think that's the factor. Like, I don't talk to that many people in general. But I would say close friends. I see you guys more than I see some of my roommates at this point.
But you see, if you had, well, you actually do have a real job, but if
YouTuber's a real job.
I'm talking about like an office job where you go into the
Yeah.
office, you see those people more than you see your family too, because you're in there Monday through Friday working with them. This is a job for us. So the fact that you see us more than you see other people, it's just how it works. We're at the same shows, we're vending every weekend, and we just are at the same place at the same time. It's more so a coworker relationship in that aspect.
Well, let's call a spade a spade. Let's cut the BS here. Are we friends? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm being so serious here right now. If 1 is complete strangers and 10 is your best friend, where do we rank?
I would place you guys right now at a solid
If you say
7.5.
7.5.
That's
Yes.
way higher
Yeah,
than
it's
I
close
was.
friends.
7.5.
That's close
Yeah.
friends term.
That's like friends. Like I'm talking like a 10 is the best man in my wedding. That's like I've known him since childhood.
Sure.
9 is probably like one of my high school friends that I've known for so long.
Yeah.
I might play video games with them a lot. And 8 is a closer friend. And then a 7 is like what you said. I've only known you guys for a year. Like
Yeah.
I don't know your birthday. When's your birthday?
I'm not doxing my. No, I was thinking September 5th.
What about you, Eric?
19th of September.
What about you, Jack?
January 13th.
See, when is my birthday?
I don't know.
February?
I
No,
feel
you,
like it
you seem like
passed
a November
recently.
baby.
It's June 12th.
That's the day before my
I
death.
knew it was this year.
Normally, that's typically how birthdays work, Sean. It's typically once a year. Yeah.
I was being
No,
sarcastic.
but like I think genuine friendships take time to build. Like anything
Exactly.
else.
It takes
Sure.
a lot of time to build. And if I'm being completely honest right now, I think personally myself, I'm at a point where I want to focus time on the content. I want to focus time on the business. And every other second, I want to spend either with my wife or with my family. And it takes time to build a friendship. It's hard to build a friendship and it takes many years. And I think we can get to that point. I just don't think you can get to that point in a year.
Sure.
Or the less than
It's
a
been
year,
less than a year,
It's
'cause-
been less than a year,
because we
dude.
all started talking to each other
Well,
once
I-
we
it
had
hasn't even been
motion. I'm gonna be
half a year.
honest.
It has been half a year for
do
Sean and
feel
I.
a little offended right now.
Wait,
I
no,
have to
hold
be
on. I will say
completely
this.
honest.
For me, there's like, if we're doing a 1 out of 10, for me, I'll say the numbers. Right now, I'm closest with Sean. Put Sean like a solid 8.5, maybe even a 9. I'd put Jack.
Maybe even a 9?
Yeah.
we talk like 14 times a day.
Right.
Okay, you guys also
So-
live like
They live 2 minutes
in
from
the
each
same-
other.
yeah.
Which we don't
It'd be
drive to each
different.
other's house.
I think it would be super easy to be
If we
close friends
all
with you
lived
guys if
together.
we lived close.
In the
Or
same
closer,
state.
yeah. That's why
Absolutely.
Content
Yeah.
House, the Elite Four Content House, coming soon. I forget.
Yeah.
You guys can all
Coming
just
soon.
move in with me and Inez. And
Sure.
No, but then with Jack, I'm probably like a solid 6 or 7. Anything over a 5 is like a good friend
Yeah,
for me.
I
Like
mean,
if we're
5 is
talking
average.
because
And then he's gonna say me.
Wait, so
one-
where's
Yeah.
JP? If Jack's a
I'm a
6 or a
4.
7.
well, yeah. Well, to be honest, I talk to JP the least. JP's the person who I have the least amount of read on, and JP's the type of he's the person I'm most apprehensive to vocalize my thoughts to because I don't have as well. Like I know when Sean's gonna enter diva mode.
Yeah.
I know when Jack's gonna have an episode.
What episode? Are you serious? When have I had an episode?
Episode 2 of the Elite Four podcast.
You're right, but when have I had an episode?
We will talk about that.
Okay, we are pausing the pod. When have I had an episode?
Bro.
See, this is a
Jack.
true friendship
Yeah.
right
But
here. You guys are,
exactly.
Jack, you get a little manic sometimes.
About what?
I'm
When
not
you get
gonna
frustrated.
Lie.
Oh
I'm
wait,
not gonna lie.
oh yeah. Well, when I made that Italian skit because I thought my brain
No,
was
not
dying.
that.
Oh,
No,
no,
when-
you're right. You're right.
When
You're right.
you
You're right.
when you get overwhelmed,
Oh
you
yeah, no, it's
show it
over.
very easily.
Oh yeah, it's over.
So I didn't want to use the word manic because that implies like bipolar disorder.
No, I'm just really anxious.
Yeah. Well, so I can I know when your emotions are going off. That's why I called you like last night about the little crimple in the Umbreon, and you had a little. You were overreacting a little.
Okay,
bit.
bro. There was so much stuff going on. I was playing my
See,
gold
this is
rank.
what I-
I was-
you are-
You are a little defensive right now.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Sure. I have anxiety. Sure.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is-
no,
and
you
I
don't
have
have
episodes.
to.
I have episodes.
We
I have episodes.
accept
You're right.
you, Jack.
You're right.
Wait, I still want to know my ranking.
It's if one is just like a casual friend, I'd put like JP at like a 3.
If one is a casual friend.
What? No.
A 3?
So was
I mean-
5 average? Is 5 a friend for you? Is that
Well,
average?
for me, like
or what?
me and Jack have like shared hotel rooms. We
yeah.
played League of Legends
Okay.
like a bunch of times. I talked to like Sean pretty much at least 4 times.
And you've
a
been
week.
dodging the rank queues with us, bro. You've been
but
dodging.
like,
I'm busy, dude. I'm
but
busy.
I think you guys take the like we all have a different like skews in these numbers. To me, to hit a 1 is difficult. Like not difficult, but like other
One
like
to me would be someone I don't know.
Yeah.
I love how Eric just took the scale that we created and
Mhm.
just tossed it out the window.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
have my own scale. Like to me, like this is just a friend scale, 1 to 10. If you're not my friend, you're not even on the scale, right? Like
that's fair.
you know, you're just not. You just so my 1 is probably your guys' 5.
Well,
Yeah, that
where do
makes
you
sense.
guys put us now? I'm curious.
I
Where do you
put
guys
Eric
put
at 8. I put JP at 3. I put you at 5.
I'm
I'm a 3.
Yeah, I don't know
Well, you
that
talk
well.
to us the
Wow.
least.
I don't know
do
you that
think
well.
you
I don't know
talk
you
to
that
us the
well.
least.
I'll be honest, I don't know you that well.
Sometimes you're a little bit business.
You
I am,
are
dude, I
all
am.
business.
But that's the thing. So I think for me is like, let's say I feel guilty sometimes. I feel guilty because I reply to you guys the quickest. I always answer your guys' phone calls. And in my mind, I'm thinking I have all these friends who I haven't spoken to in months,
Yeah.
who I do consider super close friends. So it's kind of hypocritical for me to start building new friendships and ignoring the old friendships that I already have.
Yeah.
It's a
you know?
lot.
So it is a lot, and I'm not opposed to it, but I also think that you have to it's like watering plants, you know? You have to water each relationship a little bit so they don't die down, right?
And you're like 1,000,000% correct on that. But even you saying it that way makes it feel like it's all business because it's calculated. And you said this in the last podcast. Everything you do is calculated. So I
try to be calculated.
I do think that's why your rating's a little bit lower for everyone. I do think
It's
so.
hard for me to trust something. It's hard for me to for me. It's hard to trust when I feel like somebody's like viewing me like a math problem. And you know, if I'm being honest,
Are
sometimes
you saying that because he has glasses?
bro, what? And when I'm wondering if I'm like talking to you, if I'm wondering if like what's this person calculating with my interaction, it makes me on the defensive. And I think that's part of the reason why like that night when we had a little bit of a scuffle, I was more defensive than I would have been had like with I don't want to say a warmer personality type. Because I'm also more of I would say we're more of a colder personality type.
I'm the
Yeah.
coldest motherfucker you'll ever see. Like
Yeah.
I see that in my content.
It's like that
all
one
the time,
SpongeBob
dude.
picture where he's like in a freaking like pimp suit.
Meanwhile,
and he's-
these two are warmer personalities. But I feel like the part of the reason why there's like a certain distrust, not distrust, but like a certain like eyebrow raise in my point of view is I feel like I'm also equally as calculative. I just am not as forefront about it. So I almost feel like it's like I'm playing chess against you when I'm talking to you. I don't know.
This conversation is making me a little sad. I do have to say that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Even
If I'm being completely honest, this is making
oh
me
my
a little
god,
sad.
why? Why are you
And I
sad?
think
I
we
gave
talked
you an
about-
8, bro.
But I want and this is gonna sound like so pick me. I want the group to be at least a 6 together. Like, you know what I mean?
well,
That's what I
that-
would.
I think it'll average it out. Look, so I'll place Sean at like an 8. Like
An
I gave the group a 7.5 average.
Okay.
So you're an 8 because I talk to you the most.
Sure.
Eric, I'd say, is a 6. And Jack, I really don't talk to. I have 4
Yeah.
text messages with Jack. So
Yeah.
Jack is like a
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Jack's also
So
younger than
5
us.
plus, yeah,
I'm
he
just
is. Like,
I'm just a child.
yeah.
So.
So wait,
He's an
5
iPad
plus
kid.
6 plus 8.
yeah, that's a 7, right?
No,
I
5,
don't think
6,
that's
and
a 7.
5, 6, and 8, 11.
I thought you were a
19 divided by
calculating man. That was the worst
3.
calculation I've
19
ever
divided
seen.
by 3 is like 7 point
No,
something.
Is it?
Are you
be
joking?
six?
Oh, he's
no,
trolling,
it's like
bro.
no, it's like 6.3.
But I
Okay,
think this is
we're
what we
close,
talked
we're
about before,
close.
right? I think we should all dedicate more time to get to know each other
Yeah.
personally. And I'm happy we're doing this podcast. I want to see all of your channels grow.
I
looking
think it will
forward
also
to seeing
happen
it grow.
naturally.
I can't wait
It
for
will
Eric.
with time too, and this podcast helps too. Because one of the things we were talking about for the people listening is how every time we meet, it's strictly all business.
Yeah.
But you got to realize that the only reason it's that way, it's because we don't see each other often. So if we spend an afternoon at Sean, for some reason, I don't know, he wants to go to the aquarium.
I want to go so
I wanna
bad.
go.
Let's say
Yeah.
we went to the aquarium, right? That means we're not vending for a whole day, or we're leaving the vending place early to go to that, or we're not live streaming, and it's like when you only have 2 days to make content with people and collaborate with people that you don't see every day, then it's hard to justify that field trip, you know? It'd be much easier if we all lived in the same place and we could see each other like on the Wednesday or something. So I think it'll happen with time, especially as we're making time to create this podcast. It's
and
just
the
not
fact
there
that
at this
we're
point.
able to even admit that, like, is a testament to how close we are. Because let's be honest, like, you wouldn't go to somebody you know more casually and be like, yeah, our friendship level's a 3. You know, like you wouldn't say
Well,
that.
that's why it was really important for us to have that little, like, and we say we bickered, but it was a very formal and civilized conversation that we had. It was a very important conversation to have.
It was the what are we conversation.
Yeah, it was
You
the
know
what
what?
are
You get
we.
hit with the what are we?
I did say
And
that.
yeah-
Because, I do get paranoid sometimes. So one of the biggest thoughts I have in my head is like, if I decided, let's say not even cancel or anything, let's just say I decided to stop doing content. It's like, are we gonna be friends like a month afterwards? 2 months? 6 months?
Yes.
I would challenge that. I'd say
Yeah.
we
Stop
would be
making
friends.
content for a month. How about
No.
that?
But think about all the conversations we've had. When have they been not about content? Right?
Very,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we,
especially, I assume you with Sean, you might have conversations that are not content related. But I think every time we have talked, it's been about content. So
Or
let's say
league.
you stop creating content.
what do you
What
have
am
to
I
talk
gonna
about?
What am I gonna
Wow.
talk to you about? Right?
Yeah.
That's a good
So
call out.
it just so happens that we talk about the things we do. We all do content. We talk about that. That's our it's like a common hobby, you know, when you have a common hobby
Sure.
with someone.
Yeah, it
and-
reinforces the coworkers comment because I've had friends that are my coworkers that I work really well with, and we were super chill at work. Try to hang out outside of work, doesn't work out that well. Granted, little different scenarios because
Sure.
we have a lot more in common than just videos, you know. So it's a little different, but it definitely affects the coworkers comment.
I
So
think our recurring segment should be one of us goes around and says one nice thing about everyone.
you want to do that?
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
You start.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to start.
He's like, I've been waiting for this all night.
No, I'll say one nice thing about everyone. I'll start with Eric. I think you're an incredibly loyal friend, and I think anyone would be lucky to have you as a friend.
I agree.
I think
you.
you would
I
go to
agree.
war for someone if you thought they were in the right, and I appreciate that about you.
Even if they're a little bit in the wrong.
Yeah.
That's a warm personality right there. That's what I don't have. I do not have a warm personality. I'm a little like weird sometimes.
With you, I'll say my one nice thing about you, despite how cold and calculating you might be, you would go out of your way to help me if I asked you for help, and you would ask you would.
Wait, that's the
help any
same
of us.
thing. That's like my compliment, just dressed up differently.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you got to choose another one.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
hear
saying-
another
You're
one.
saying I'm loyal and he's loyal.
Well, I'm saying you're loyal in the sense that you will fight with other people for me.
He's
I
on the
don't
front
expect
lines.
JP or Jack to go and fight other people for me, for example.
What are you
I'm going
expecting
to,
him to do?
I'm going to completely make this up right now. If for whatever reason Epic Games started posting saying, we don't like Pokeshawn, you'd message them, be like, you guys got to take this down.
I would
And you
publicly put a
down-
comment on their thing and be
Correct.
like, you suck.
Now, with JP, I think if I came to JP and I said, hey, man, like I'm really having this issue. My content's not doing well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. JP would sit down and talk to me for an hour and go through my analytics. And he would do that. No questions asked. If that's similar, then that's similar. It's okay. You can call it a cop out. I can talk about how pretty he is if that's preferred.
Or will he do it to benefit himself somehow?
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
And with Jack, your compliment also worries me a little bit. You are a very accommodating friend to a fault, and I kind of want you to stop doing that.
What do you mean?
If we were taking the Uber ride back, and for whatever reason you really wanted to sit in the back seat because I don't know, it's like the comfiest seat in the world, and I was like, kind of want to sit in the back seat. Be like,
Yeah,
Sean,
I mean-
you could sit there. Like you would immediately be like, no, please, I want you.
Yeah,
to do
no,
this.
I would do
The
that.
best example is the Airbnb. Jack found the Airbnb. Jack booked the Airbnb.
He says it's like he doesn't do this shit. When I try to pay for a water bottle, and he's like, no, let me pay for it, please. It
Well,
would
that's
make me
a
feel
little-
bad if
Well,
you
let me
paid
tell
for
the
your water.
Airbnb story because I think this
$4.
This is what makes me a little worried about Jack to an extent. Jack found the Airbnb, booked the Airbnb, and then there was 2 options for bedrooms because Eric already claimed a bedroom without talking to anyone first. So
Yeah, the shittiest one. My bad.
You chose the one in the basement.
yeah, you said dibs, and then you just went in there. So there's one bedroom that has a twin bed and one that has a queen. And Jack's like, oh, well, Sean, wherever you want to go, I'll just. And I'm like, no, Jack, like you booked this place. Go where you want to go. So it's a very good character trait to have, but I do want you to stop doing it at the same time.
Yeah, I just think it's because I'm the smallest and I am the youngest that I kind of do that. So
But I don't want you to, and that scares me. I want you to feel comfortable challenging
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
I think we should treat each other as equals. It doesn't matter if you're the youngest. We're ultimately in this podcast, we're business partners. We should be equals. You
Yeah.
know? And
And for what it's worth, I commend you a lot. Maybe not to your face, but behind closed
Thank
doors.
you.
At
Behind your
21.
back.
Yeah.
I compliment you behind
Yeah,
your back.
smile behind your back.
But you're 21.
You're very mature for your age.
I appreciate that.
You are not mature compared to us who
Oh,
are
no,
30.
yeah. No,
but
I-
for a
Whoa,
21-year-old.
that's not how. I'm not 30.
I mean,
I'm not
okay.
30. I was born in 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
29, bro.
Compared to, you're not a maturity level of a 30-year-old, but you are so much more mature than anyone I know at the age of 21. And with the following you have, I give you so much kudos for it.
I appreciate that. I'm going crazy, but we're out here.
Yeah, yeah.
We're out here. I'm going
See, now,
insane.
do you wanna
I'm not
talk
gonna
about
lie.
that?
No.
I'm protective of Jack a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
I keep an
Yeah.
eye out, and I always try to make sure, like, that, like, I'm like watching your back, because I just know what I would have been like at 21.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm going insane.
Shit, I didn't even know what I would have been
Now
like.
you're
at
I'm losing my
Should we
23.
mind.
talk about this? That's like the
No, no,
fourth
no.
time you said
I'm losing my
that.
mind.
Why?
I don't know. I just am.
That's probably
Is it the pressure to perform essentially with the following?
Well, my views went down for a week, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Oh my god, dude! You
No,
guys
that's a
have to
real
stop.
thing.
No,
that's a real thing.
I don't get how you guys are so
View
worried about
dysmorphia.
that.
It's
Dude,
view
it's
dysmorphia.
so crazy. Like you start comparing to your old videos. I could not give. I mean, I guess I could care, but I really like. I 100% would prefer consistently to post a video every day and each one get like 50K than to post one video on a Wednesday and then wait 2 weeks and post another one. And maybe they perform a lot better, but I prefer the consistency all the time.
You're completely accurate on that one, but you also have to factor in the fact we are now all at the point that brands are reaching out, sponsors are reaching out. So now they are analyzing your last 6
Mhm.
videos.
And
So
one
he does
bad
have a
week
point.
could kill it because
Yeah.
like sponsorships is like it's creating a brand outside of Pokemon content is what is going to make me from not becoming like a washed up celebrity. Like that's like
Do you think you're a celebrity?
no. But I'm saying if I
He
keep,
kinda does.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's a
But
good
no, you
point.
think,
I
if
do
you
think
think
that's a
about it,
good
we
point.
are niche internet micro celebrities.
No, because
I called myself a niche internet micro celebrity when I was at 1,000 followers,
Okay.
and now I'm just a slightly bigger niche
Dude,
internet micro
There's
celebrity.
dogs that have more followers.
Oh
than
yeah, I
that.
know. I know.
There is. Have you not seen like those cute puppy
Yeah.
pages on
Those
Instagram
white
or
girl
something?
page.
And
Or
their
the
content
dog
is
that gets a
10 times
massage
better.
on the shorts or something.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Like they scratch her for 1 second for every new follower they get.
Oh, man,
and she's very
that's-
sweet.
So
Very
that
nice
also
dog.
now is worrying me a little bit because at that age, like the dopamine hit we get from being content creators and from vending.
Oh yeah, my brain is fried.
The
I'm so
crash.
cooked. I'm so cooked.
So what are you doing
To
as
prevent
a
it? Oh, no,
health-
absolutely nothing. Like I work out. That's about it.
You
Working
are
out
very
is
in
good.
shape.
Yeah, working out is good. I've heard. I don't do it, but I've heard.
say, Jake.
No, I'm calculated, so I don't have to work out.
Do you think you could ever not be calculated?
I don't think so. I've always just been that way.
Be
I think
honest.
I've always tried to min-max everything.
Yeah.
I try to be hyper efficient with my time. So that's why, like, even when we were having sort of that, what did he call it? A scuffle?
When we were
Scuff.
arguing, were you
A
editing
scuff.
videos?
Wait, no. But
Is that what you're doing?
no, but we were sitting on that topic for a while about like the whole friendship thing, and I ultimately in my mind was like, I want to go do something else. Like I want to go ship some orders or something. Like I want to go to bed or
I was
like, it's
editing the
like-
whole time.
I mean, it was
So
1
see,
a.m.
Yeah. So I try to be super efficient with my time, even though I'm not the best at it. I also wrongly, well, I don't think it's wrongly, but I consume a lot of content. So I'll be watching a lot of YouTube, and in my mind, I justify it with the fact that
You're
this will
learning.
inspire me to create more content, you know? Or I'll get an idea from this, or I'll see something that I like, or I'll find the sound effect or something. So it's weird, but I try to be as efficient as I can with my time.
Wow. And it's obviously why you are where you are. You're almost at 200K. Like there's a reason. You've seen the success that you've seen. It's just interesting.
This is a really hot take.
Ooh.
Really, really hot take. I think I'm gonna get canceled for this.
No, you're not.
I think so, dude. I
Say it.
think every content creator is depressed.
Every content creator is depressed.
I maybe not every in the sense, but 90% of them are depressed. The only way you could not be anxious, not be losing your mind, or not be like really depressed
If you're rich.
is if if you have systems in place. Like if you've been doing this for years and you figured out like, oh, I have my editor that does this, I have my scheduler that handles this, and like if you have systems in place to where you can go back to your regular life, the life that like is spending more time with family, spending more time with friends without thinking, oh, I could be recording a video right now, or I could be editing this video, then you're not. But if you're not at that point, I think it's very hard to not
I don't
be.
think depressed is the right word.
Maybe, dude, English is my second language. Okay.
Oh,
so,
here we go. I
like,
would say
maybe I
anxious.
said the wrong word, but
No.
that's what I don't know.
Anxiety.
Mentally anxious. Like
Yeah,
there's mental
yeah.
issues.
On edge. Yeah.
I think every entrepreneur is always thinking about their business. Have you seen? I've seen those
Yeah.
videos pop up now where it's like owning my own business has me standing in random places like I'm texting or something like that. It's like that's so true, dude. If you
Yeah.
get a text and you're at a family dinner or something, like
Yeah.
it's hard to not think about it while you're being there. You know?
Well, when you're your own boss, when you take time off, you're losing money.
You're never your own boss in this scenario.
Our
It's-
audience
it's-
is the boss in this
yeah.
situation.
It is.
We're not our own boss.
It
I
is
agree with
a
that.
big-
Or
it's
they
not that
are
our
the
audience
boss.
is the boss. It's the algorithm is our boss. I would
is
even
true.
argue. Like,
the platforms in a way, dude. The other day when TikTok didn't work for like a day,
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
they-
stressing the heck out. Like if TikTok dies, that's a big hit to my income. I'm thinking like, whoa, what am I gonna do? Where else should I pivot to? You know, and it's very
Yeah. I guess in that retrospect, everyone has a boss, but like we make our own hours.
no, we
period.
don't. We're
Uh,
working
sure,
more hours.
sure, we-
As
That's what I
someone- as
mean.
someone
We
who
can-
works
we
a-
We
like a
work
normal-
24/7. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, as someone who works a 9 to 5 and content, and if I was all in on content, I would be doing way more hours than I work at my 9 to 5
Yeah.
on content.
Oh yeah.
So,
But that's
to an
why that's my
extent-
point. Like when you take time off when you're full time with this, you're paying the price directly.
I also think that we should clarify that we're not saying that other jobs are not hard. There are objectively harder jobs.
Oh,
The
yeah.
and, like,
age-old question of is streaming hard? The age-old
no, it's
question.
objectively not hard. Yeah, let's have an honest
It's
conversation.
not hard.
It's
Every,
objectively not
every
hard at
job
all.
has
Yeah.
different struggles.
Yeah.
Our different,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we own a business. You know, we are thinking about it 24/7 because if the business goes down, we are liable. Everything's gone if the business goes down. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like if you lose your job, you don't lose everything you own.
Well, I mean,
Still,
arguably
you don't-
you do.
Yeah, but still, like you don't with this, you don't lose. Okay, sure.
I get the point.
Cool.
Though. Sorry, I
Yeah,
apologize.
never mind.
I
You're
didn't
good,
mean to
you're
be contrarian. You're right. I do agree.
I dropped my phone.
But
I gotta get on Instagram.
We
reels.
will
Hold on.
get what we put into this.
yes, the more you
Yeah.
put into it, the more you get out of it. That's just the nature of owning your own business.
And that's the scary part because you can really fall into it hard. And we've all been in, I know for me it happened. And I'm right now, like the month of February, my goal is like Jack convinced me to take next weekend off. And my girlfriend and I have some plans. We're going to be, spending time doing that. For me, just creating a balance of like giving myself time for breaks, giving myself to play games with my friends from outside of content, or just going out to dinner with my significant other. We went to this like sushi conveyor belt place. It was awesome. It was really we got to go.
You
sometime.
love this place.
We gotta me, you, and as my girlfriend, we gotta go. It'll be fun. Anyways, and I'm this month I want to really tune into like finding a balance of I didn't post today. Today's Friday. I usually post on Fridays. And I was just usually I'd feel guilty, but now I'm like whatever.
Because I think you can't feel guilty because you're doing something that is for your business as well, right?
Exactly. Because
you were traveling, you were prepping
flying,
your stuff.
I'm
Exactly.
doing this, and I'm like yesterday I was prepping, I was doing deals, so I'm like, you know what, the world, like my sponsorships are not going to die because Eric didn't post on a Friday.
Yes. And I do want to make a very big disclaimer that JP kind of brought up already. We're very lucky. We're very happy. We're incredibly fortunate to be here and doing this.
I'm living the
scared.
life that I dreamed of as a kid. I always dreamed of being a content creator. I actually did record a lot of content as a kid, but I would never be able to post it because the Wi-Fi in Bolivia is just so bad. Laughing at a third world country is crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
Why are you looking at me when I said it? He laughed the hardest.
But
Yeah, Eric, get it together, man.
You're losing your mind, bro.
the perfect example I'd see is Chipotle used to be my favorite food of all time. I used to love Chipotle. Every time when I lived in Bolivia and I would come visit here, I would eat Chipotle sometimes twice a day.
Sure.
In college, Chipotle was my first job. The first job I ever had was working at a Chipotle. And after eating it and it wasn't because it was like not clean or anything, the food was still great. But after eating it after every shift, you sort of start to not like it as much. And now I can't remember. Well, actually I can. It was important when we had Chipotle. But before that, it was probably like maybe a year before I had Chipotle again. So it's like that. Like you always glorify this. You think it's so cool to be creating content, but it's also not. I think we're also hammering too much on the negatives and not focusing on the positives. There's a ton of positives, dude. It's so surreal how many positive messages we get about people saying like, hey, thank you so much for being so kind to my daughter. And it's like things that you would never see before,
I get those all the time.
You did get a good one though. That video that you really like, the dad came by and said, thank you for like.
No, I do get, and like that's the thing. Like, as much as I dog on it, like I wouldn't be doing it if the pros didn't severely outweigh the cons.
Exactly. So I think it's important to recognize that it ultimately is a very positive experience, and we love what we do. It's just hard sometimes, like every other job that someone does.
That was my biggest critique listening back to our first episode is I felt like we were way too on the negatives and like we didn't focus on the positives, which so severely.
We did kind of do the negatives this episode too.
Well, and that's why I paused and pivoted.
Yeah.
So Eric does this adorable thing where he just does not listen to anything that's happening around him at any point in any time.
I lose either way, no matter how I respond to that. So I'm not.
Because you weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention to JP.
So you weren't paying attention.
I gotta be real. I was just thinking about this time when I was like, during COVID. I ate Chipotle every day for a year.
This can't be happening
his
right
brain,
now.
dude?
This can't be real.
And I never got tired of it. I really like Chipotle.
This can't be real.
I like Chipotle too. Bring back the honey Chipotle chicken.
I didn't like that
Bring
one.
that back.
I get the
fuck
half
you.
chicken, half steak.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Bro, my friend was talking that one up,
Fuck
and
you.
I tried it. It was too spicy.
You know what, Jack? I hope the Seahawks win.
I think we should talk about that, right?
What, the Patriots?
Yeah,
Sure, I
well,
love-
none of us watch sports besides the Patriots. He just
Yeah, sure.
None of us watch
I love
sports besides you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This video is coming out after the Super Bowl, after the
so hot
Seahawks
take.
win.
Who's gonna
Oh,
win?
the Patriots.
Is Tom Brady on the Patriots?
No, he's been retired
Oh,
since
come on,
like,
even I knew that
2021,
one, bro.
2022.
He joined the
Yeah.
Buccaneers.
No, but he came out of retirement.
Yeah, so he retired with the Patriots, came out of retirement to play for the Buccaneers, and then he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers.
what a
And
badass,
is
bro.
he fire- He's
No,
a beautiful.
He
man.
he could play right now. Yeah, no, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
Yeah, he does
man.
kiss his kids on the lips, but shit. The goat can do whatever the hell he wants, man. That's all I'm gonna say. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
Where is Travis Kelce?
He's a bum. He
He's
plays
the
for
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I
Well,
know
he's
stuff.
not a bum.
He's
if
a
in
good
the
player. He's a good
NFL.
player. He's a good player. He's in the NFL. He's dating Taylor Swift. I mean, he's living
Bro,
the life
who's
that's
the-
about to
Who's
live.
the Joe something?
Joe Burrow, yeah.
Joe
he's-
Burrow, is he good?
No, Joe Biden.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. Yeah, he can play football. Get him out there, bro.
He's on the Buccaneers.
But Joe Burrow, what team is he on?
Plays for the Bengals, but his O-line sucks, so he didn't have a good year. And he also was hurt.
His leg sucks?
No, his O-line, offensive line.
You know, a friend of mine,
using slang.
one of my close friends, best friend, played for the Giants.
Oh, no way.
That used to be my fun fact for a while. Yeah.
What was his name?
I couldn't tell you.
Lawrence Taylor?
I do know. I don't want to dox it, but like a friend who worked at a company I know employs Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, no way.
So like I met him a couple times.
That's cool.
Is he nice?
No idea. I have no idea. Who the
You
man
just said you
was.
met him a couple times.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was, dude. I didn't
Where
know
is
who
he
was.
on your scale friendship? Like 1 to 10.
Well, if JP's a 3, I would put him at like a 3.1.
Okay. Respect.
No, yeah, but
Wait,
so-
are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
I can't. Well, I can, but I can't kind of because.
Wait, you're not betting, are you? This
Oh no!
actually
I
is.
put $100 on.
No,
the
why
Patriots
did
win.
you do that?
So many people.
I
do
got
it.
a free
I think
$100 bet.
We need to address the epidemic that is gambling.
Okay.
Dude, it's everywhere.
It's not okay.
It's-
It's not okay.
So it's everywhere. I got a free $100 bet from.
That's
you
how
FanDuel.
they
didn't get a
get
free
you.
$100 bet.
I
They
put-
got you.
I put $20 into FanDuel and I won, and they gave me another free $100.
The gambler's fallacy,
Yeah,
bro.
it is.
Oh,
No,
It
I'm
is.
up. I'm just playing with free
Yo,
money.
So
you
what's
have
gonna
so
happen?
much. We went to the casino. I'm sorry, Sean. We went to the casino. I saw this man lose it all, gain it all back, and,
lose it all
then
again.
lose it all.
No,
again.
no. See now, that doesn't. I don't like that. That's bothering me right now.
Okay.
You can't do that.
I'm okay. This is why. Why am I getting
Chris,
attacked?
stop.
I'm not gambling 24/7.
He's saying he's crashing out, and now you're saying that he went all in at the casino
Yeah,
twice.
but the viewers we're gonna have to cut some of this. They're gonna think he's like actually going through a
Y'all,
numbers
like,
breakdown.
I'm not. I'm
He's
not. Oh
He's
my
doing
gosh.
good.
I'm
Are
fine.
you saying you support gambling?
Oh my god.
Okay, the gambling stuff, like it's everywhere. Kalshi's everywhere. Like
What
you
is-
get Kalshi. It's like you
What is
can
Kaushi?
you can Kalshi. It's you can trade on like
I heard
ev-
calcium.
events happening.
Yes, dude, I heard about
So
this.
like on the when the election was happening, you could bet if Biden or
is that,
or like Trump or Kamala.
Oh,
you
I've
can
seen
bet on like
Poly-
Poly market?
yeah, like Poly Market. You can. It's like it's everywhere. So gambling's everywhere, and it's definitely an
It's so
epidemic.
bad.
Yeah, but like it's like I don't like I barely sports bet. And I granted I just turned 21 and I've only placed 3 sports betting slips and I've been to the casino once. You know, it's not like I don't know. Do you think I'm addicted to gambling?
No, I don't. But I think it's a very slippery slope.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
no,
It
I've
is
seen
a
people
slippery
get
slope.
addicted.
Yes,
oh no,
yes.
I'm like
I consider you like my younger brother, from being completely
Okay, lit.
honest.
Okay,
And
sick.
in my 30 years of life, I've seen many of my friends lose. Okay, I've seen many people lose lots of money to gambling.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen my friends join discords to get gambling tips and pay for the discord, and then lose on all of those. So
those do work.
as someone, no, they don't work.
Those sports betting ones do work.
no,
No,
but
they do
Jack,
not,
This is why
Jack.
I won over $1,000 for one of those sports betting, but that was a while ago.
Wait,
That was a while
when
ago.
were you getting? You're not helping your
Oh,
case now.
so I was the bad guy here, right?
Oh,
Just
no,
wanna go
no,
full
Oh, yeah,
circle.
when I turned 18, I had Prize Picks opened up, and it was I think the Euros were on, and I just used that, and
What
I
are
won
these
$1,000
apps?
on WNBA picks.
I mean,
I took the
whatever
under
team
every
Caitlin
time.
Clark is
Took the
playing
under
on.
every time on all of them.
What did you say?
Took the under
What does that mean?
under the points.
See, that's like crazy. He already knows gambling slang.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my gosh, I'm being attacked.
Okay,
No,
I
we're
don't
not
want
even
you to feel
attacking
attacked.
you.
This is just, and we can cut this from the
No,
podcast.
you have to stand up for yourself, Jack. Tell Sean to drop it.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
tell me to drop it.
So I like playing poker. Blackjack sucks. I don't like blackjack anymore.
We
The
should-
game
Yeah,
scares
yeah,
me.
yeah. We
I
don't like
playing poker.
blackjack.
I like playing poker.
Wait, why don't we like blackjack?
Scary.
It is.
It's
he
not a
lost
skill
little-
game.
Very
It's
scary.
not
It's
a
not a
skill
skill
game.
game?
No,
Poker
it
is a
kinda
skill game.
Poker's a skill game. I had a lot of fun playing poker. Poker was fun. I
He
played
did
poker.
good. Like you need to play like limit poker's fine.
Yeah, it was like max like $8 a bet.
I've never played
Yeah.
poker in my
It's
life.
fun. It's really fun.
I think I played it once and that's it.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I
I
played the app like pool on the phone.
Like 8-ball pool.
Yeah,
yeah,
8-ball
yeah,
pool.
yeah.
iMessage games?
I'm a
Hell yeah.
legend at
Yeah,
iMessage games.
yeah.
No, I think Sean was more approaching your logic and like when you specifically when you said, "Oh, I got a $300 bet from blah blah blah." Like you didn't. They don't give you free money, right?
Yeah, well, it was. I spent $20 and I got the free $100.
It's a loss
and then,
leader.
And then I won the $20. So I took $40 out of my account.
No,
and
no,
now
no.
I have
He's
a free
talking about the
$100 bet.
logic.
Yeah.
You're right.
That $100 is like the Costco rotisserie chicken.
Sure, but I'm eating Costco rotisserie chicken. There's no downside to eating that though.
But now I'm concerned that you're going to leave the rotisserie chicken and go to the tire center.
okay,
That's what scares me.
I
Wait,
already
the tire
took
center's
out-
kind of good too.
The tire center's crazy.
Yeah,
I love
tire
the
center has good deals. Tire center has good deals.
What's the
Well,
tire
everything
center?
at Costco is great.
What's the tire center?
Dude, if you ever need tires for your car.
Go to
Wait,
Costco.
they're not sponsoring us.
Dude, I wear Costco merch half the time,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Anyway, we move on. I apologize.
I don't
if
think
I
you have a
came across-
gambling addiction.
I don't think he has a
Jack.
gambling addiction.
I
Either.
don't.
I'm just worried because it's a very slippery slope, and I've seen friends succumb to it. That's what worries me.
You
Bro,
know-
I'm going
you
to
know-
casino right now, dude. Shut you up, bro. I win so much money.
watch me put everything on black, bro.
I should have. That's what I should have done.
JP was gonna say something.
I was gonna say sometimes at these card shows, money feels imaginary.
Very true.
Yeah, right. Like you start like it's that one video that went viral. Where it's like me trying to buy a $4 card, and I hear vendors negotiate for a
$15,000
$15,000 deal
deal, yeah.
right next to me. There's also that, and since you get paid in cash, it's so easy to justify like, oh yeah, go pay $25 for some chicken tenders. Like just because
Yeah.
there's no other food at the place, or you see a card you really like, 160. Oh, sure, here, take $160 because you just sold something. So it's really hard to be disciplined and not spend money when you're getting all this cash. I think cash is the slippery slope, because if it was like Venmo or so, I actually think it's a little harder to get rid of that
Yeah.
at these shows. But
That's
you're
why I'm so
also
cheap.
seeing you're also seeing
Yeah.
everyone around you spending money. So it's hard to not want to join in. You get FOMO. You're like, oh, when am I going to see this card again? It's a hobby that we have. We enjoy the Pokemon hobby.
Wow.
I just think it's dangerous in a sense.
Dude, I never thought of it that way.
Why do you think I get so antsy if we go out to eat and it's more than like $20? I'm like,
See, but I never understood that because you also be like, yo, I just bought this $10,000 Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's
Yeah.
like I've
I'm
never.
a But
that's
understood
okay.
that.
business
Eric still has a
expense.
grip on reality.
oh yeah, I am
We
like
don't.
so like razor thin. Anything outside of this, every purchase I have to think about. Like I don't buy money. I'll buy a microtransaction once in a while, League of Legends or something. But
Yeah.
like I bought like one video game in the last 6 months. That's it. Like I don't go out. I don't buy clothes really. I got this to celebrate like my LLC. But like other than that, like I'm not.
That's a
spender.
nice watch.
Yeah.
Very nice
Do you want
watch.
to talk about the watch?
Not really.
But coming to your point, actually, that's so spot on. I spent $400 buying Piplups from Phantasmal Flames
Holy-
at one
oh
show
my
because I
gosh.
just liked the
You
card.
know, and the crazy part is that might be your whole profit for the whole show.
But the crazy part is, I went home and I was thinking about buying a $100 game, and I was like, I can't spend $100 on a game.
Exactly. Dude, and it gets even worse when you're like, oh, I can't spend $25 on a new tripod. And
Yeah.
the tripod you use every single show to record content, and it directly benefits your business. I've had the Osmo Pocket since November. I got it for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Today was the first day I used it, like months later, because I kept using my GoPro. But even when I had it, I was thinking like, do I want to buy the extended battery handle, something like that? And it's like, dude, that's a business expense 100%. But I would not think twice about buying an $80 PSA 10 slab at one of these shows if it's a Pokemon that I liked.
Wow.
You know how fucked up that is? That's crazy.
Damn right.
Wait, what game were you thinking about buying? A couple
that was
days ago?
$100. That's the real issue.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
an
lot.
expensive game, dude.
So it was like one of those like game systems. It was a TikTok ad. It was like, where you could
When you have, like,
retro-
1,000 GBA games.
Yeah, it's
oh
one of
my
those,
God.
yeah. Or I bought Pokemon Fire Red the other day for 140, and I left and I was like, oh, $140. And I literally,
That's
were you
honestly
saying that
not
right
a
now?
bad deal.
Made me do the
Yeah.
math of how many Piplups I bought. I'm like, dude, I spent $400 on Piplups
Do
in
the
one
same thing with
show.
Chipotle bowls.
When I was following you around that show, because I was live streaming for Sean, he wasn't paying me, but he told me come or I'm not gonna.
It was
like-
weird, but anyway. Okay, I do want to talk about something after, but go ahead.
But yeah, I saw two cards. I saw an EV card, and I was like, you know what, Flavio is really gonna like that card. So
Yeah.
I bought that EV card, and then I saw a shiny Darkrai, and I was like, you know what, I like shiny Darkrai.
JP's gonna like that card.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna treat myself because I've been working hard. And no, you should never do that. I think even if you are working hard, like it's just you justify that and then you justify something else, and it's a slippery slope. It's money really is imaginary at these shows.
This is really like eye opening for me.
It's very distorted, the money, because I spent like $200. Like any normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like a couple $1,000s at a card show buying cards. You're like, what?
Wow.
Like I pulled out a PSA 9 Moonbreon when I had one, and I showed it to someone, and she was like, "Oh, how much is this?" I was like, "Oh, it's like $2,000." She was like, "What?"
Why?
So yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, because it's what it is." And she's like, "I don't get it." So I was like, "All right, shut up, get out of my face." I didn't say that, but
to celebrate 100K, I had told myself I was going to get the 3 base set, like the full arts of base set packs, or a PSA 10 Moonbreon.
Mm.
And then I hit 100K, and I was like, I can't.
you
What
can't
was I
afford that.
thinking?
No, yeah.
Dude, I did want to talk about something that he brought up, which maybe you don't agree with this. Have you guys realized we low key, like us specifically, can't/shouldn't negotiate when we're buying stuff for ourselves.
Oh, I've stopped negotiating
Yeah.
because you just feel like an asshole. It
Yeah.
feels like you're using your platform to get better deals.
100%.
I actually tell people because I usually walk up sometimes with a camera to their face.
Yeah.
I'll specifically tell them like I can't take a discount. Like you can't give me a discount. I'll pay your sticker price.
Mhm.
Just because if you don't do that, you seem like the bad guy.
Well,
you
for
know?
what it's worth, I will negotiate to market because a lot of
Yeah.
stickers are
Yeah,
over
like
market.
$1, yeah.
But the amount of times that I've heard, oh, bro, for you, bro, 50%. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that.
Take it for free. Give it
Yes.
to a kid.
Well, the Piplup specifically, it's a $12 card, and people are like, "Oh, it's for your girlfriend, bro. Just take it." And it's like, no. I am going to leave this cash on this
Yes.
table. Like, I cannot do that. Do you feel that way?
I don't know. I've never really done that. Like when I'm buying cards at shows by myself, I'm trying to source more inventory for myself. So I'm like 85% for your entire case. But when I buy cards for myself, like I'm doing a GX Master set, I'm like, I'll just pay your sticker. Like that's fine. And the slabs I bought for myself, I either source it from friends, so I straight trade, or they'll give me a good deal, or I bought a PSA 8 sequential Pikachu rating collection, Gardevoir rating collection, and the Flareon rating collection.
That's
And,
cool.
Yeah, they're cool cards, and they're sequential too, just so you know. And I got it from this guy in Richmond who I went to a show to, and I was like, yeah, if you want to take all this stuff, I'll like a bunch of just random like $5 cards that I extra I had that I had dupes of. So, and then he like 80%ed himself and then traded my cards at straight value against his own cards. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. It's like,
But I think we shouldn't do that. Like, there's a
line.
certain
Yeah, there's a
power
line.
dynamic
Like I
that
don't
we
go
are-
around asking for deals. Like when I go around at collecticon, I'm like, when I was walking today, I was looking for good finds, and I did find an Obsidian Flames Cleffa for $8 and a 151 Bulbasaur for 30.
How'd you find for $8?
Probably
They just forgot
damaged.
to put the 1 in front of
No.
that. That's an $18
No,
card.
it's
No,
not
it's
$18.
a $20 card.
The
Is it
Cleffa?
20?
Yeah.
I bought it for $8, and I bought a Bulbasaur for 151 for
You sure there's no
$30.
damage on it?
There might be.
Yeah, it might just
No.
be.
There might be. But if there isn't, then I never saw it.
Jack's
I'm
selling
kidding.
it for
But
18
I-
bucks.
I guess we felt it more, right? Because there's, and I'll call him out by name. I mean, he's an awesome guy, Connor at Portland. We were talking to him. Do you know what he said to us? Please fry me. I love your guys' videos. I want you to fry me.
Okay, there's a difference between someone that says that just because they like our videos and someone who says that because they're trying to get a clip from us.
He didn't
at
have a
their
camera,
table.
so
Yeah, that's what
that's-
I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
completely
it gets
different.
annoying when you walk up to the table and the first thing you start noticing is that they're trying to clip farm you.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're just like, I want to get out
I
of
just
here.
walk away right away.
Yeah.
I think as a courtesy to other content creators, if I ever post a video that another content creator is in, I always message them. And I'm like, hey, is this cool with you? And I send them the video ahead of time. And when people, not calling you out, but like when people don't do that courtesy back, like people who we don't know specifically, it is something that's a little frustrating. Not you specific. I mean, you also frustrated me with it, but it's okay.
I always do it. But I feel like I have that trust. Like I know if a content is gonna bother you or not. Like
Yes.
I haven't posted something I feel at least that's
I will say I hold in my princessness as much as I can around you guys. Eric sees my princessness. And I usually call Eric. I'm like,
I've
not-
never
not
seen
that there's
Sean in a
anything.
princess mode.
No, I go full diva and I can acknowledge that. There's
He
nothing
told
wrong
me
with
if
it.
I acknowledge it, he'd kill me.
No, but I do think you are my level-headed friend, and equally so, vice versa. It goes
Yeah.
both ways.
Oh, yeah.
Like I called you the day after, and I was like, "Dude, you were kind of crashing out yesterday."
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it goes both ways. But, yeah, the clip farming is an interesting one. It was an interesting adjustment to make, and then, how's it going to be spun? How's this going to be edited? It makes you kind of spiral and think about all of those things.
and you always have to be on your best behavior, you know? Like you can never
I don't
you
like
gotta
that
worry.
statement.
You gotta worry about what you're saying, dude, because if you say something
Yes.
You can
For-
edit anything to make your people look bad, though.
But for what it's
Very
worth,
that is
true.
so true.
Very
That
true.
is so true. You have so much power with the editing. Even cutting out one piece of the content makes it so different.
And they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna want to edit it in a way that's gonna get more clicks. So if that means making you look bad as Pokeshawn, they will do it.
no one's done
100%.
it yet for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but no one's done it to me yet.
No, I don't think so either.
I will say there's one guy who I made look bad, and it's my most viral video to date, where the guy stole from my binder by mistake.
yes.
Oh,
Brings
yeah.
it back, and I left it in on purpose. Where I was like, dude, do you mind if I like clickbait? He's like, dude, please. Like, it was like he was super okay with it. Like, I think there's a way to do it tactfully.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. As long as you give the full context, and even a comment goes a long way. Being
Oh,
like, hey, like,
absolutely.
yeah, like, hey, like this guy did not steal. Just a disclaimer, did not
Yeah.
steal. It was just a clickbaity
And
video.
you pin the comment or
Pin
you,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff you can do to mitigate that for sure.
But I do think you're right. Like if another creator is posting a video on you, like they should at the very least DM you. And hey, if you don't open up the DM, that's on you. But like they can say they reached out at least. Like
as a courtesy.
that's why I honestly I don't walk, because I know with my personality type, I'm very clip farmable, and people will use my jarring personality for their own gain. And that's fine. But like when I was first starting out, I didn't give a shit. But now that I've hit a certain point, I'm just like, well, why should I do that for free? Like, if you're gonna feature me in a video, if you're gonna like try to clip farm me and like make me look bad or whatever, or I make myself look bad, then I'm gonna want like a lot of money, because I'll get you a lot of views.
For like scripted content, you're talking
Not even
about.
script. Like I can literally just exist, and like there are videos that I'm just existing in there, and they fucking slay, and disproportionately from their other videos, even more than my normal videos. So I'm like, no, you know what? I'm like, when we were talking about collaborating, I'm just not doing it anymore. Like, if people want to come up, put a camera on my face and record without my consent, that's fine. But I'm not gonna like agree to be in anybody's videos.
Well, it's not fine what they're doing.
No, it's fine, but I'm not gonna like. I can't do anything to that. It's like they have a right to do it, I guess. I mean,
same way you're filming. I mean,
exactly.
No, there's a difference. Like if I'm at my table with my public camera, that's way different than me just walking up to you with a camera. Like I do think it's different.
How often do people walk up to you with the camera?
Not often.
Actually, I think for us it's often.
I
don't
say
know.
No, but for us, I feel it's not with the intention of what Eric says, like clip farming.
Yeah.
But like I just saw one from last weekend in Portland where a teacher came up and she was recording as she came up to the table because she wanted her students to see the interaction, and she gave us some stuff. We gave her some packs or some cards. I forget what exactly it was, but that's like a different thing. That's like a memory. And I see parents do it with their kids too. Like as soon as they walk up to the table, they'll start recording
that's
the interaction.
different than someone coming up.
They're not gonna post it on Instagram
No,
and like try to clip farm you in a way.
It's so funny. The live streaming, people love to go back and watch themselves on the live stream, because I do that.
Yes.
So like I get it. The amount of comments I get where it's like, oh my God, that's us at like 6 hour and 2 minute mark.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'll see them screen record it and post it on their story. Like I made it
I
into
see that. I see that stuff too.
Like, I love that.
I do.
I think that's the best part about it too. Like
because you took the time to sift through my stupid 8-hour video and try to find yourself. Like that's
Dude,
yeah.
I got to post this video from the Philly show. It's so funny. This is so off topic, but this kid, he was like, we didn't advertise we were going to do this show, and he was like, the nicest kid. He was like, yeah, like I think he was like, I woke up and I saw you were live streaming, so I came out to this show. I took the train to come here. I was like, oh, dude.
And he had his like little stick with like a bag
He
on a
was
pole.
like, I took the SEPTA, and I was like, oh, thanks for coming. I was like, is that your dad? And he was like, yeah. I was like, can I talk to your dad? He's like, oh yeah, like ask him permission if I could be in a video. I want to be in a video. I was like, yeah, dude. Come on over.
wow.
That was a banger
Cutest kid.
show. That was a good show.
I think one thing that we forgot to talk about when we were talking about like the competing amongst each other is how you can view it as competing, but I'd encourage people to also view it more beneficial to collaborate. And I think that's exactly what we're trying to do here with this podcast is we recognize that in a way we're all posting vendor content and we might be competing with each other, but we can also look at it from the positive side and, hey, what can we create with our combined audience? And that's this podcast. It's a way for us four to bring our audiences together. They already overlap in a way, but there's some people that only follow Eric, some people that only follow Pokishan. And at that point, it's just, we're collaborating at this level, we're going to try to find ways to boost ourselves up, because if we all grow, we all win. So I think that's like an important thing to consider as well.
Yeah. And I think the competitor word is a little jarring to hear, but
I think competition is healthy.
I think coworker is probably a better way to put it than competition.
That's the realest way to put it. In all honesty, is coworkers.
I feel motivated when I see you guys post a video in the morning to post a video at night, because we don't share the same schedule of posting.
You don't
right?
have a schedule.
I don't have
You
a
were the
schedule.
most unpredictable man alive. I saw a video go up at 3 a.m. once for you.
I
And
know.
it was your best performing
It's
video
like-
ever, I think.
Oh, was it his best performance?
I think
It's
so.
one of the best
One of the
ones.
best.
Yeah. So see, when people ask me things like, oh, does time matter? No, it doesn't. The content will always make the time irrelevant. If you post good content, you can post it at whatever time, it'll still do well. Maybe if you post at 6, what I have noticed is when I post in the morning, the Facebook moms or the Facebook dads leave more comments. So if you want some videos to get a little more comments, you post in the morning. I'd rather post at night because you guys already post in the morning. So I don't want to compete for your time zone in a sense, you know? I'd rather just like post at night when people get back from work, they have a video to watch.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because the Facebook moms comment, when I post in the afternoon, I saw more comments because it's kids after school commenting now. So it's such a like.
I think
you're
at
right.
any point, at any point, you're also gotta consider different time zones, right? Like, there's might be people in the UK or Australia that watch you or something, and it's a completely different time zone for them.
Yeah.
So I post like 9 a.m. So it's 6 a.m. or 6 a.m. PST, and then it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Europe.
I do think your algorithm will push you to your local demographic first, though.
Yeah.
And then it just moves its way over.
I'm gonna try that. Try a different time. I don't know because I've been doing 6:45 a.m. since.
Where did you get that time, by the way?
And that's where I come full circle with the We Are Competitors thing because it's like that was my time slot, and I said, "Yo, Eric, I see a lot of success with this." And then every video Eric posts is at that same time now. So.
He said
This
we
guy
should
is a
post
trap,
together,
dude. This guy is a trap. As soon as you say something is working, whether it be sponsors, whether it be a show, whether you send like a screenshot you took of something, he's gonna find a way to put himself there.
If you want to keep something a secret, you don't tell Eric.
What did I do? I don't spill the tea.
I will say, as much as I love you as a friend, you are a little bit of a yapper. You are just a little.
Oh my god,
a little bit of a yapper.
I'm not a yapper. Sometimes I just have to move you guys like chess pieces.
See, I don't like hearing that. But you're not joking. That's the part that bothers me. I know you're not joking.
He thinks he's the one moving the chess pieces, but I wish we could talk about the time when I called you 40 times in the morning and you did not wake up.
Bro.
That was an emergency.
I was so
That was an
sleeping.
emergency.
I was about to drive to his house.
Yes.
Stop.
No, dude, we were
We
wondering
could talk about it.
if we had your girlfriend's phone number.
Oh my
I was
god.
trying to call you for 4 hours. You were not waking up. You had 40 missed calls
Bro,
for me, only for
I
me.
was sleeping like a baby.
We should talk about it.
I think we should talk about it, but not go into specifics.
Of course, we shouldn't go into specifics.
I'll give a brief synopsis.
I don't know if you are
Yeah,
the word
I
of
can
truth
do
on
it.
this one.
No,
all right, we were in
I
it.
think he's gonna like leak every detail as he's saying it.
No. Okay, we're in a chat together with a business opportunity. And
The people in chat were.
and I might have posted a video about like I don't even know if I could say it. Wait, we're talking about the
No,
first time
okay,
or the second time?
I will say it because I don't trust your
Yeah,
political accuracy. We were in a professional business group chat with a prospective client who wanted to hire us all to come out to a show. And this is a very formal and professional chat. And for some reason, Eric sends a rather vulgar video to the chat with an equally vulgar caption that the people we are trying to do business with immediately read and then go, ha ha, yeah, that is we like.
That was the second time.
Yeah, then that was the second time.
That
you
was
did
the second
that.
time with the same group.
Yeah.
The first time was when we called him 40 times in the morning.
Oh,
Remember?
Oh.
Yes, now
that
you're
was
remembering.
the second time.
Yes.
He did it twice.
He did it twice.
What did I post? What was the first time?
The first time, I think you just said
It
something
was
like
the Chat GPT.
No.
It was the general profanity the first time.
Yeah.
With
And then
a
the second time, we're
screenshot.
not going to share specifics, but it
Yeah.
was like, it was another video. Basically, Eric wanted to send us a reel. And instead of
Sent it
sending
to
it
the
to our
wrong
group
group
chat, he sent it to the wrong group chat, but he did it twice.
But
and the first time we caught it before they noticed.
What was what did I put in there?
I don't know, but I just remember his reaction, dude. When I called him after the 39th time of him not answering the phone, he just calls and pretends to be awake. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? I'm like, dude, look at what you sent in the group chat. He's like, oh my God, what did I send?
Yeah.
And he's like hyperventilating. He's like, dude, my heart's racing right now. And then he immediately deletes it. But he pretended like everything was chill, like if he had been awake for the past 3 hours, and it completely ignored the 40 missed calls he had from us.
I remember like 'cause I was like in a drowse. And I was like, oh, I gotta sound like I'm not just waking up at noon. I was like, yo, man, what's up? But
meanwhile, everyone here was trying to get a hold of you.
the second time traumatized me to the point where I had to leave group chats for
No,
like
but that's
2
the part that
weeks.
made me the most mad. Because instead of taking accountability, you said, I can't handle it. You guys negotiate for me. And you just left.
He left every group chat, including ours.
I went-
Yeah.
When I get to a point of fight or flight, usually I'll fight, but that time I chose flight. I'm not gonna lie, I chose flight. I was like, man, fuck this. I was like, bro, I literally thought I thought the deal was already ruined in my head. In my head, I just cost everyone like whatever the deal was, and I was just like, well, I'm gonna kill myself if we
For what it's worth, the people we were making the deal with, I had a friendly relationship with previously, so I do think it wasn't that
But
bad.
there was a chance that they weren't those kind of people. That's
Correct.
just by luck. That could have happened. That could have been way bad. And like, bro, my mind was just like, wow, if I could do it in that chat, I could do that in a lot of chats. Let me just not be in any group chats ever again because that's like crazy. And I still to this day, I'd rather not do business arrangements in Instagram DMs to make maybe like 101 if you're reaching out.
That's the
Then
most professional setting ever.
Then I transition to email. Like I like email.
I think it's good to transition to email, but I think for initial details, it's just the nature of social media. You
Yeah,
know, we
for
work
sure.
in
It's also
social media.
safety. Like there's so many phishing attempts. You got to think about it that
Yeah.
way. Where it's like, is this a real sponsor or is it not? Whereas if I'm just gonna make up a sponsor, who's this brand right here? Sam's Purified Drinking Water DMs me on Instagram. Okay, I know it's Sam's Purified Drinking Water.
Shout out to Sam's Purified
No,
Drinking Water.
no shout outs, no free advertisements. We need a sponsor for this podcast.
Guys, this podcast is sponsored by absolutely no one. So if you would like to sponsor us, please email at theelite4podcast at gmail.com. Is that the email?
Yo, bro messed up our email.
yeah. We said,
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that again.
everyone just.
You guys got it. You guys got it.
Yeah, no, that was one of the scary. I think like from like my time with doing this, that was the scariest moment that was like content related I've ever had in my life.
You know what? We should talk about what was everyone's scariest moment with content?
I don't know.
I think it was that one because in my mind, I'm also
Probably.
thinking, oh my God, this guy just ruined it for us.
Especially
Like if they see what he sent, he just ruined it for all of us. And I'm here like sweating. And I for some reason, I never wake up at 7 a.m. That day, I woke up at 7 a.m. and you had sent that message at 2 a.m. So between 7 and midday, which was when you decided to wake up, I was spamming your phone, trying to just wake you up.
Especially because the show was in going.
No. We can't say where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't say. I think I was yapping with my friend Brian at the
Yapping.
time.
Keyword, yapping.
Yeah, I was just talking. We were just bullshitting. We were talking about. I don't even know if we're talking about Pokemon, but
You're
like,
probably leaking secrets.
all of our secrets. But okay, I don't know if I should say this. Hold on.
Go ahead, just say it.
Did you toot?
Dude, I've been hearing the toots this entire
It's the
time. It's
chair,
not
it's
me.
just
Oh,
chairs.
it's my chair.
Is
Okay.
that the excuse we're using?
I thought
I've
I
been
got
hearing farts
I
this
thought I
entire
got
time.
a small whiff of something.
No, I am resting. It might be my stinky socks. That
You
are
know
on.
what? I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
I'm just. You know.
Well, actually, it's not my stinky socks because I showered before I left the house.
I don't know. Can Jack here come over here? Just kidding. See, look, he's standing up for himself now.
That's a boundary.
The day.
I apologize if this was a little aggressive towards you in this
Oh, no, you're
podcast. That wasn't my intention.
You're fine.
Why are you being so agreeable?
What am I supposed to say? Like, no.
You're supposed to be like, you know what?
Well, what are
Give
your-
me some time.
Yeah, what are your true feelings? I think that's,
My true feelings? Like what
What is
going
this?
on, bro?
Why
What
do
is
you
going
want to be
on?
a therapist?
Why
this
are you
whole
terrible?
he,
time?
boy,
said,
bro.
he said stop being agreeable. So I'm just saying, like, say your true feeling. Who is tooting, bro? I do hear it now. I do
It's a
actually
chair.
hear
It's
it.
my
It's a
chair.
Mine was doing it too. I'm trying to reproduce
Look,
it, but it's like
I'll make it.
It's awfully quiet right now. Look, I'm gonna recreate
I've
it.
been rocking on my chair for this entire
If
podcast.
that's what you want to call it.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to head out pretty soon.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I'd like to close the podcast with, and it's something we're really excited about. And I think.
Are you doing it on purpose?
No. I was okay. I'll stop rocking on the chair. Where we have the opportunity now, thanks to just really being able to work with other card shows to go to very interesting places. And this year we have one lined up that we can't reveal just yet, but it's gonna be a really exciting opportunity. And I'm super excited because all four of us are going to be there, and it's going to be our first time out of the United States. I can't say exactly where it's going to be, but take your guesses in the comments, and I wish we could leak it.
I think we can leak it.
I don't know. If
We're
we
going to
can.
Canada. I don't give a
Whoa!
fuck. We're going to Canada. I don't give a fuck. We're going to Canada.
Jack!
We're going to Canada. I don't give a fuck. You told me. I'm going to stand up for myself. You said no, we can't leave the location. You said no, we can't leave the location. They said outside the United States. I'm going to stand up for myself. We're going to fucking Canada. We're going to Canada, baby.